in Australia. Maybe call it a little bit different, the sniff ball. Australia, if you're just joining us, are through to the semi-finals. Boast is that South Africa's leading wicket taker in the 2022 Under-19 World Cup, 10 wickets.
They get some real pace, Boast. The bouncer, absolute pearl of that one. A Clark, been kept quiet for the last 3 deliveries.
Inside edge, there's a big gap there. Yeah, Matthew Boast. Joint most expensive signing in the SA20 auction in 2024. Pretoria Capitals. Strike rate with the bat early on in his T20 career, 180 strike rate. You'd be signing him.
No doubt, especially with the bowling being more than handy.
Left-handed batter as well. He may have to bowl that. No, good. Like that from the umpire. Good way to finish. Pakistan get the 50 up. 53 for 2. A lot of upsets we've seen in day 2 of the Hong Kong Sixes. Nepal beat Australia first game. UAE, well, they just got through against India. Oman beating New Zealand. Big game against England versus India. England win their first game of the competition. The winless Indian team, they'll go on the march and try and win again today. First time we've seen him bowl. That's all right. That is all right. Doesn't matter about your action in this form of the game. You don't need to have a perfect wrist position. Do something that gets the ball under the bat and it doesn't go out the park.
A good couple of deliveries from Nepal. A Clark, he'll be eyeing 6s here.
High in the air. There's a big gap there. The keeper tries to get under it. He's not going to get under it. Can he stop the boundary? No. Swanepoel is 35 years old, right-handed batter as well. Comes from Kimberley in South Africa. Hot there. Lots of diamonds as well there. Beautiful place to visit. Here's one for you. Your stats, people. Shares a birthday with Moeen Ali and Kyle Abbott. Wow, I must make a note of that. Remember that. Qualifier 2, if you're just joining us. Chance to go through to the semi-finals with someone who has joined us in commentary right now. Captain of Australia. There's too many Australians, I think, around here. Congratulations, Dan Christian.
Thanks, Corky. It was a nice win. Hong Kong played beautifully. And it's a pretty tough format to try and defend a total. So, yeah, very happy.
Form-wise, you're going well yourself.
Going okay. It's nice when there's no fielders. And the wicket's really, really good, and the boundary's pretty small.
Apart from when you bowl.
Apart from when I bowl, yeah, I've got no interest in bowling out there. It's too hard. Not when there's any, you don't know where your fielders are going to go, and it's only got to go 50-odd metres, just like that one did.
50 up then for Aklak. Excellent innings, 16 balls, 7 sixes in that inning, strike rate of 331. He's going to have to retire for his 53. Pakistan 66 for 2 after the 4th. it's good to have Dan Christian with us in the commentary. Decent 113 runs so far in the comp. And a semi-final place for the Aussies.
Yeah, pretty happy. We've played some decent cricket. We were very good against England. Probably not so great this morning in our first game, but yeah, great win against Hong Kong in that quarterfinal.
Now that you've played a few games, are you getting the formula? Do you think about the fielding placements? Are we coming to something where you're confident in what you're doing?
No, not at all. It's pretty hard. One thing we have found is our spinners have been fantastic. The seamers, it's been really difficult for the seamers. Myself and then James Pattinson and Andrew Feckerty. It's because even when you do bowl a good ball, it's easy enough to nick it or edge it for 4 or 6, whereas the spinners have been really effective for us.
Just to remind you, Ryan Campbell backed Hong Kong to beat you in the quarterfinals, by the way. I don't want to just mention that. All of a sudden, that Aussie accent went up a bit when you came in, but he was back in Hong Kong. This is massive, huge. Seen so many of these throughout the first day and a half.
So you beat me harsh, Dominic Cork, but I had a foot in both camps. But, you know, you've got to go for the underdog. You us Aussies, but it's beautiful batting that. Some of the sixes we've seen hit today, they're massive.
Yeah, I know I said it's a small ground, but most of these sixes are probably 6 anywhere. Adelaide Oval, MCG, some of the biggest grounds in the world. There's been some very, very clean striking.
Smash straight back down for a 6, low. Only has to go 42 metres. Just a bit of pace on them from Sneyman.
You know, like we asked about getting comfortable with, you know, field positions and stuff. What's a score? What's a score that you're comfortable with?
I think anything over 120 seems to be, you know, a half decent score. 20 and over.
5 overs gone, 85 for 2. Lovely cuisine you get in Hong Kong. Wherever you go, food markets everywhere. And some excellent cricket. So if you're in the area, Kowloon, get yourself down here. Come and watch some of the world's best sixes cricketers. Got one in Australia. It's so hard to say that as an Englishman as well. Through my teeth, I'm saying it. Boast is going to bowl his second over. Decent first over. Pace on. But you talked about how well your team is playing. I talked about how well you're playing. Talk us through this innings from yourself.
Yeah, nice to get a couple away. They bowl pretty well. The Hong Kong guys got a few Yorkers in there. It's just a case of, in this format, trying to stay as still as you possibly can and really wait for that ball that's in your slot and try not to swing too hard at it. So, yeah, nice to get hold of a couple.
Yeah, he played well. Big gap out on the offside, but he's not going to get it. It's going to go straight to the fielder. Pakistan in a little bit of trouble here. They've lost their third. And Amir goes.
Boast, he keeps taking wickets. We've seen that the whole time. And as they keep putting Pakistan under pressure, they lose another. Yemen's gone 18 off just 6 deliveries, and Pakistan are 86 for 3.
Shahab Khan then in at number 5 for Pakistan, qualifier 2. A chance to go through to the semi-finals in the Cup competition. Has he picked out the fielder again? No, just be one bounce. Been here before, Dan Christian back in 2005. You'll know, I know you love your stats. Aussies have only ever won the Hong Kong Sixes in 2010. You beat Pakistan in the final. You're just one game away from reaching that final.
Yeah, just the one game away, as you say, Corky. And the winner of this one. And they've both been playing some really good cricket. extraordinary game of cricket, that 2010 final. The Aussies needed 45 off 8 balls, something like that. David Warner and Glenn Maxwell and a couple others did very well that day.
A couple of decent players then, really.
Yeah, they turned out all right, those two, didn't they?
Left hand, right hand as well. Lovely combination. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you come back when you've won that semi-final and you get in the final. Come back and join us here.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It's been a fantastic couple of days here in Hong Kong. Thanks to everyone for having us. We've really enjoyed it, and the cricket's been fantastic.
Yeah, thanks a lot to Dan Christian, and good luck in that semi-final. Smash back over his head. Boast went into that surface, and they're closing in on 100. Whether it's enough, Ryan Campbell, I'm not so sure.
Well, I'm not so sure either, but what I will say in their defence is their bowling attack is very good. We know that. They got a lot of paces. They don't really go to spin too often, but mate, they'll still back themselves to be competitive here.
13 sixes in this innings so far. It's last ball. Can they finish it off with a maximum? You bet they can. What a shot to bring up the 100 to finish the innings in qualifier 2. So Pakistan, who were put into bat first. John Smuts won the toss a little bit early. He'll have to run off and go and get his pads on. But a nice way to finish this qualifier 2 first innings. 105 for 3, Pakistan. Akhlaq was the pick for Pakistan in qualifier 2, 53 from 16. Talat, impressive, 27 from 11, finish it off with 3 sixes, 20 from the last over. And Pakistan, well, they've set a total, 105 for 3. Didn't start well, though.
No, they didn't. They lost some early wickets, and that really put them under the pressure. But Akhlaq was absolutely outstanding. From one end, he literally dominated the bowling from South Africa. They had no answers to what he came out. His beautiful swing of the bat, and his sixes, when he hits them, they go a long, long way.
2 wickets for Jones in that first over. Expensive from the captain, Smuts. At one stage, we thought we were going to see another 6 sixes. A wicket for Boast. And impressive from Swanepoel as well. His first over in the competition. So, qualifier 2, we're halfway through. Quarter-final 2, I should say. South Africa, well, they require 106 from 36 balls. And just over 17 and a half and over. Of course, there's more matches coming your way. It is the bowl group match 3. New Zealand versus India. A toss happened a while ago with Brad Hogg. India, who are still winless in this competition. You cannot believe that with the side they've got. They nearly lost the coin. It went that far off. Hoggy nearly had to run after it. India won the toss, and Robin Uthappa, Chipley, Goswami, Yadav, Binny, and Shabaz Nadeem, Bell, McIntyre, Kapoor, Dixit, Cassidy, Astle. India won the toss and decided to have a bowl first, even though stats should be telling them to chase. Last 6 matches, teams batting first have won the game. Let's see whether it stays with that. South Africa have a chance here. 105 for 3. Not one of the biggest targets we've seen, who takes...
It's probably as good an all-rounder as any in this tournament. Bowls well, bats well, and leads well. So this should be an epic encounter of 2 powerhouses in the history of the Hong Kong Sixers.
You love your stats, I know you do. For everybody out there, I've got a beautiful stat for you. John Smuts. It's on Jack Sneeman, born on the very same day, 10th of May 1994. Nelson Mandela became Prime Minister of South Africa. I had the privilege and the honour to meet him in 1995 when England returned to South Africa to play Test match cricket. What an honour it was for not just me, the whole of the England cricket team, to meet the great man Nelson Mandela. 106 then. Short delivery straight into our commentary box window. Little bit of pace. We know Shahab has pace. But a good start for South Africa.
Yeah, aggressive from the pace man into the ribs of Schneemann, who just gets enough. This is a big battle, this first over. Can he swing a couple back in and attack the stumps? Who likes hitting down the ground. He doesn't move his feet a great deal. He likes to stand still and back his brute force.
That's a decent delivery, you're right. Big high backlift, he's waiting. Most South Africans, when you talk about South African batters, because there's a bit of pace in their pitches, they love to cut and pull the ball. Think of some of the greats. We had two that came over from South Africa who played a lot in England, Robin Smith and Alan Lamb. We watched little clips of them, cuts, pulls.
Yeah, I saw Leg on Saturday, Leg Lamb. I saw him in my local coffee shop.
What a player, what a
Great
man.
player.
I know he's been through a little bit of problems health-wise. Hope he's okay and getting better. What a shot. Typical South African, picking up on length really quickly and smashed out of the ground.
That travelled a distance. That's the skipper, John Smuts. Yeah, if you're going to bowl that length, you've got to fetch it from outside on most occasions. It's all about setting the right tone for Pakistan. They needed to get the first over right on the money, but so far, 11 of the first 3.
Just a little bit. And let's listen from the South African captain.
Yeah, look, first time captaining a South African team, so a very proud moment for me. Since I've actually captained, I've had a few years off, so yeah, looking forward to it. It's obviously a unique tournament with a lot of different ways of playing, only having 6 members per team, so yeah, lots to look forward to.
Well, thankfully he got his words out better than me. Let's listen to, I should have said. First time he's captained South Africa. I had the privilege of captaining England here. Now has to be out, surely out, given out. Little bit of swing. Gone short in the first 5 deliveries. This pace and swing, and Smuts goes.
Well, I asked the question, can he swing the ball back in to the right-hander and attack the stumps and the pads? He's done just that. That's a huge wicket. It's easy as you like. It's plumb in front. Back leg. Umpire says yes. A little nod of the head. And off you go, JJ. Big breakthrough for Pakistan. Smuts gone for 6, 11 for 1.
Litheko then in at number 3. And Shahab Khan, what an over this has been. Conceded a couple of boundaries, but the big wicket of the captain. And a perfect way to finish. You'll be happy with that. Crowd are trying to go for an appeal. That pitch is outside leg stump, but a good over. Just 12 from it. And the South Africa 12 for 1. .106 is what South Africa require, 94 from 30. That's not going to be easy. Pakistan have got a fine bowling unit. Amir Yamin bowled the second over, an excellent first over from Shahab Khan. Most wickets in the 2023 national 20 cup in Pakistan with 25, and an important wicket in that over. John Smuts. Just sense that Pakistan fancy defending this. You can just sense by how they've set up here, how they've started as well.
It's been a perfect start. After the first 3 deliveries where they go away 11 runs, they came back quite strongly in the previous over, and good start to the second over as well. Just need to keep picking wickets here.
They keep taking wickets, and it's the big wicket of Snyman. Little bit of pace off. We thought was 105 going to be enough, and with 2 wickets in the first 2 overs, they're in control of this game, Pakistan.
He's a quality cricketer. Amir Yamin. A little bit of angle in as well, attacking the stumps. Brilliant from Pakistan. What a start with the ball. Jacques Snyman must go, trudges off for 5, and South Africa in a bit of a hole, 13 for 2.
Evan Jones then in at 4. South Africa under pressure, in big trouble at the moment. They need someone to get in. Now then, has he picked out the man? No, a little bit too straight. Fahim Ashraf was straight. 2 wickets in the first 8 balls. Decent delivery this.
That's a perfect delivery. A bit of pace, just tailing into the right-hander. And that's a big wicket as well. Can they change the trend? The trend has been bat first and win.
Outside edge, this will run away. One mode for Jones. Swing yourself off your feet and see how far you can hit it.
Well, that's the nature of the beast, I'm afraid. Nothing wrong with the ball. It's a thick outside edge, and with only 4 fielders, fortune favouring Jones. 10 from 2, striking at 500.
Well, he's dangerous with the bat in T20 cricket. He strikes a 4 or a 6 every 6.2 deliveries. Not sure that 0.2, if you can bowl a 0.2 delivery, but every 6.2 deliveries, he hits a 4 or a 6.
I think Chris Gale in his pomp was hitting a boundary every 4.6 balls in the power play. So anything in and around that's impressive.
Yeah, he was quite good, that man. Still is. Plays a little bit of Legends cricket around the world now. In the air, maybe into the gap as well. Nearly a collision. Should have perhaps saved it. Was a bit worried about being hit by the captain who was coming at him. 2 overs are done. South Africa 28 for 2. Qualifier 2 then. Pakistan who were put into bat 105 for 3. 53 from Akhlaq. And in reply, well, they've got a couple of wickets in South Africa, and they need something big in the next over. 78 from 24. Required rate just under 20, 19 and a half. Going to go with his second over straight away. So on the attack, I like this from Fahim Ashraf. Get the game done and put South Africa under pressure. Hit out on the offside. Off balance. He's a tall man. I told you how dangerous he is and how many boundaries he scores every 6.2 deliveries.
Yeah, that's some hit. Look at the reach.
That'll just be one.
I feel like for bowling to Jones, you want to try and keep it out of his reach because he's tall man, as you mentioned, those long levers. So that wide Yorker, or else jamming a straight Yorker in. Ideally the thick up. Powerfully built. Stood beside him last night. He is strong. He's muscly.
He tries to just scoop this. I think it comes off his glove.
Just a slower ball potentially. What's happening here? What's the conversation here? Stuart Binney, we haven't won a game.
I'll tell you what the conversation is how can we win? They're up against New Zealand. We don't talk about that test series at the moment in New Zealand, what's going on in India. New Zealand. Last test match in Mumbai. Going on right at the moment. New Zealand, I think, ahead in the series, aren't they?
Mitch Santner. On Mitch Santner's socials, it says part-time cricketer on his socials. Mitch Santner, full-time golfer, and he's just taking wickets for fun. The part-timer.
There's a lot of interesting conversations around the world about India and how they're playing spin at the moment. Certainly isn't Rachin Ravindra. I'm sure New Zealand would have liked him to be here. He's a decent player. I'll have to bowl that again.
Yeah, so our good friend Simon Dool was quoted in many media places about India's, well, struggles against spin, and a lot of people in the Indian media and the Indian networks backing up Simon Dool and saying, spot on. That has been a concern and been mentioned for a while now, in India's inability to play spin. It's interesting to see how that goes, that final test match in Mumbai.
That's a good length. Really good length.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And it's mostly on the rank turners. It's not the problem playing spin. It's playing spin on turners. That's been a concern. It shouldn't be, really, given they bat so much on these conditions. So that's one area that definitely have to look in hard.
18 home series India have won until this one. New Zealand, they're always underrated. Never understand that in any New Zealand sport. They just dominate at times, rugby especially. Not giving a wide. Good decision from the umpire. Good over as well, just 12 runs from it. South Africa struggling, 40 for 2.
Right arm over to you.
That game is to come. New Zealand versus India. India won the toss and decided to have a bowl first. This is the bowl group match number 3. Both teams are looking for their first win. Captain into the attack and smashed. First ball down the ground. Pace on. Surprise, he put pace on.
They need a very big over. Required rate has gone over 21 now, but that's a proper hit. Again, that length, you got to get under the bat, go as full as possible.
Well, with only 105 on the board, Pakistan don't want to give away a big over here, because all of a sudden an over of 25 or more and they are right back in this, South Africa. Pace again. He's putting pace on this time with a bit of width, and guess what? Back-to-back maximums.
Brings up the 50. Rate's only 20 and over. I say only 20 and over. That's very gettable. Swinging himself off his feet here. Jones, that's his 4th-6. And Ashraf with pace on and with the ball can just go anywhere. He's generally operated a bit straighter in the previous games, the captain, Fahim Ashraf, attacking the stumps.
Yeah, length imperative at the moment. Falling straight, that is better. Doesn't need to leave there. Unless someone smashes that straight back over your head or clips it leg side. He's mad with himself, Jones. He thinks that's a hit that he should have put out the ground.
That's the length you got to bowl. Where, as a batter, it's very hard to get any elevation. You might go for 4, but hitting 6s are difficult.
I'll tell you what, though, here, chaps, Madili Latheko has to step up. 6 from 5 is not good enough. Has to hit boundaries here.
Run through and get a single. Don't find that pace-off delivery. You're going to bowl it, got to bowl it into the surface.
Great change-up. It's all about who can outthink each other here. And the bowler did it brilliantly on that occasion. As a batter, you're expecting something really, really full. A bit of a bluff played by Fahim. It worked pretty well. 13, came back strongly in the last couple of balls after getting hit for 2 6s in the first 2.
Yeah, got to get out the over, though, right now. That is good. Doesn't need to change. As I say, the low full toss with pace on is always a decent delivery.
Why would he have bowled those first couple?
Don't know. Just got him wrong. Don't understand it.
So you're quite right. If you bowl full and straight and you have that protection straight down the ground, if he gets under a low full toss, yeah, fair enough, but I've got some protection. When you start bowling short and with, he can be flayed all over the ground.
You just see what those 3 balls have done to the run rate. You just said it was 20. It's now gone up to nearly 23 and a half. And South Africa, quite simply, they need a maximum off this last ball. Can't hit that. Won't be given out. Won't be given out. Missing leg stump. A brilliant end to the over. 15 from it. South Africa with 2 overs to go. 55 for 2. Well, some big shocks today in day 2. Nepal beating Australia, UAE beating India, Oman beating New Zealand. So a quality game, the first quarter-final. Australia beating Hong Kong. And we've got a game on our hands now. Pakistan in control of this game at the moment. There's still lots more games to come your way. New Zealand, India, England, Oman, Sri Lanka, Nepal, UAE, Bangladesh. Talat. Slower delivery. Does he get enough of it? He does get enough of it. Jones is that dangerous player. Partnership 48 from 18. He's just got to go and get himself to 50 ASAP.
Yeah, it's just about the length again we discussed in the previous over, Nobby. You've got to go full. Yes, the slower delivery, you can bowl one off, but that can't be your main delivery. And Hussain Talat, we have seen this tournament so far, he prefers to go length and with those cutters into the surface.
34 in boundaries so far for Jones. Doesn't get this. High in the air, should be taken. Big wicket for Pakistan. Slower delivery into the surface. And all of a sudden, Pakistan believe they're in the semi-finals.
Shahab Khan, the fielder in the deep. It's a pressure catch. It was in the air and he knew it was the big fish of Jones. He settles. Gets his feet nice and firm under the ground. That's a good catch. It's a big blow. The man in form, Jones, goes for a 41. South Africa have lost a third, 61 for 3.
Swanee pole then in at number 5. Now then, I don't think he's got enough of this. Towards the shorter side. Listen to the roar, the Pakistan fans are in. Talat has 2 in 2. And they're closing in on a semi-final fixture against Australia.
Nicely done. After getting hit for a 6, kept going with the slower delivery batter, standing really deep, expecting a Yorker maybe. But back-to-back wicket on a hat-trick now, Hussain Talat, and probably done the job for his side as well with those 2 wickets. Out 61 for 4.
Post in at number 6. Hat-trick ball high in the air, but this will go into the crowd. The Pakistani supporters will try and catch it. Two in 2, and South Africa in big trouble, Niall O'Brien.
Yeah, slow balls. It's brave bowling because he's bowling that short boundary, just 42 metres, simple catch. And then Swanepoel, who played so well back in 2017 to get South Africa over the line, falls first ball in the same fashion. 2 wickets for Hussain Talat in the over, a match-defining over.
Yeah, he's had a good game as well. Runs in that first inning, 27 from 11. 2 for 13 as well in this over. And at the moment, they are romping to a semi-final appearance.
Yeah, South Africa had the opportunity to change the trend by winning the game batting second, but it seems at the moment it's going to stay. All 6 matches today and the last game of yesterday have been won by team batting first.
Maybe go and give that stat to the Indian captain, as he's won the toss and decided to have a bowl first. Like most teams have done. In the air, can he get there? No, drops short. Careful, careful. Boundary to finish, 5 overs done. South Africa 72 for 4. Still a chance. South African supporters, wherever you're watching, there's still a chance. Perhaps one of the weaker bowlers to bowl the last over for Pakistan, Asif Ali. Not being that in a derogatory way, and they've got a fine bowling unit and the possibility of 6 sixes. Will be a boundary.
Have you not watched Asif Ali bowl this tournament?
I've just seen that ball.
He bowled the last over in their first game and got 2 for 6.
One of the weaker bowlers, I said. I didn't say he was a terrible bowler. I said one of the weaker bowlers.
Oh, I think he's one of the stronger ones.
Irish and English at it again. Good delivery.
Brilliant ball.
Outstanding.
Length ball. Should have gone out the park. Simple.
I've got a lot of love for Asif Ali.
So have I.
The all-rounder.
He's just not a very good bowler. He's a top player, I'll tell you that. Talk us through that one then.
He saw the batter coming. He just couldn't get the message to the keeper to get up the stumps for the stumping.
See what he's got now, shall we?
Exceptional.
Another length delivery, should have gone out of the park. What a way with length deliveries. He knows if he's batting, that African captain, that's out of here. I said it in a way because I think they left him. I think it's clever from Fahim to save him to the last one. That's all right. I said it earlier on today. It doesn't matter about your action, doesn't matter what sort of action you've got. It's the length that's imperative. That one was slung in there. And Pakistan, who set that total of 105, and we thought, was it enough? You bet it's going to be enough. 10 runs from the first 5 deliveries.
I wonder, do we have the economy rates of the tournament?
Pipe down.
I think Asif Ali might be up there, the best economy rates of the Hong Kong sixes.
They're going to win the game from here. Going to be given a dead ball, that, even though he bowled it. Just tried to rush it through the last ball. What a performance this has been from Pakistan. Second team into the semi-final. A dominant performance. Just couldn't get going. South Africa couldn't get a partnership going. Australia into the semi-finals. And we now see Pakistan. They will go head-to-head tomorrow in the first semi-final. And it is Pakistan who win by 7. .105 then was set by Pakistan in reply. 2 big wickets early on. Sneyman gone for 5, Smuts for 16. Jones was the pick really in that run chase, 41 from 13, and Boast with 15 from 6. South Africa fell short, 88 for 4. 2 overs for Chahab, his left arm, quick 1 for 23. Amir Yamin, 1 for 16, and Talat with 2 for 17. Take us through the wickets.
Every team needs a left-arm pacer. He can swing the ball back in, attack the stumps. That's exactly what he did. JJ Smuts was LBW, and then Jacques Sneyman cleaned up by Amir Yamin. There was power in the...
Anthony.
For qualifier 2, done and dusted. Pakistan, who were put into bat by John Smuts, got to 105 for 3 from there. 6 overs. Akhlaq with 53 in reply. 88 for 4. Just wasn't good enough. Just to show you, Australia, who won that first quarter-final, beating Hong Kong. Pakistan beating South Africa. They will meet tomorrow in semi-final 1 of the Cup at 12:50 local time. What a mouth-watering prospect that is between 2 fine teams in this competition. Right, down to 2 teams who can't win at the moment. New Zealand, winless. India, winless. Coming your way, match 3 in the bowl group on day 2 of the Hong Kong Sixes. Toss happened a while ago. 7 games, the sides...
The Indian lineup, Robin Uthappa, has been in fine form with the bat. Todd Astle, the skipper, is decided to put himself at the top of the order to get some runs.
He was donning the wicket-keeper pads for the first few matches, and then he decided we don't have the bowling. Might have to give that up. Hands over the wicket-keeping duties to Shivats Goswami. It's Robin Uthappa. Start proceedings for India with a wide. And conceded quite a few in the last game as well, Ryan.
I'm not sure how confident you are running in after getting hit 6 sixes in the last time you had a bowl. I'm not sure I want to bowl the first one.
Well, that's 2 wides. A chance of beating the 37 to go to 38 off the over.
New Zealand trying out all their options. It's Sidhesh Dixit who's come out to bat with Todd Astle. No Rona Kapoor. Right, Hoggy. Robin needs to limber up a little, get that warm-up going before bowling 6-ball over, because he's already gotten through 3, and 3 of them have been wides.
While I was with him with the toss, he's just come out of the massage room. So obviously he's feeling a little fresh, little loose. And he thinks, right, I haven't bowled that much in my career, I'm going to make the most of it today.
New Zealand have gotten 4 on the board without a single legal delivery. 4 wides. Could have been a little harsh from the umpire.
But the good thing is, Robbie Utap's getting some swing in the air. It's not on line, but there's still swing there. You've got to look out the positive.
Ryan Campbell can't stop smiling. We've got 1 legal delivery, Ryan.
And it was a beaut, by the way. It was absolutely perfect. Got hit for a single. He's back on it.
And that's flying out of the ground. Goes for 6. The first one of this match of the bat of Sidhesh Dixit.
Yeah, it's a good shot. It's halfway down. And players in the modern game, they're going to miss out on those opportunities, that's for sure.
And that goes over long off for another maximum.
A little bit military medium here.
It's just not working for Robin Uthappa. This one goes down leg. Signal as a 4. The umpire, Sidhesh, got some bat on that. 21. It's been what? An 8-ball over already.
Well, that's not a bad delivery. Getting the outside edge, but still sailing. Just bamboozling the batsman there with the away swing, but the outside edge, the thick bats these days, has carried that over the boundary line.
This has been whacked out of the park. 33, 3 sixes, 4 wides, a boundary. That over had everything. Well, if you are an Indian fan, things haven't gone to plan. The bowl group, England have won a game, so have Oman, New Zealand and India. They have been winless in this tournament. England got 1 over India, and Oman have managed to beat the Kiwis. If you're an Indian fan, that doesn't make for good reading. 33 for no loss. Robin Uthappa's first over. Bharat Chipley into the attack. That's the second boundary.
Yeah, a little bit of width. And when you're setting your field straight, that's probably the area that you want to avoid.
There's absolutely nothing that the bowlers are offering the Kiwi batsman. Todd Astle smacks a full toss for maximum.
Length right on the first ball, line right on the second ball. If he can get both right, we might find a dot.
Where does he bowl this one? It's another full toss. It's another 6. It's bigger than the previous one. Once again into the crowds.
Yeah, that's... I'm trying to come up with some words, some way of giving some positivity around this Indian bowling so far, and it's escaping me, I'll be honest.
16 of this over already from Bharat Chipley. And Indian fans, well, that's out. The umpire raises his finger. The Indian team can't believe it, but it's a wicket nevertheless. They might break into a celebration. 17 on the bat of Todd Astle.
Chipley coming around the wicket just with a little extra pace and bounce. Going across Todd Astle has created the mishap. Astle out for 17, New Zealand 49 for 1.
New Zealand have just lost their captain. It's just the second over. Chipley picks up the wicket. Turns that into a full toss and sweeps it to the square leg boundary. The 50 comes up for New Zealand. Just the second over.
That wasn't too bad a ball. Looking for the Yorker. Well executed sweep from Xavier to get his account underway.
Comes over the wicket. Goes on the spot. And it's still dispatched for 4. Absolutely nothing working for the Indian bowlers. 57 for 1 at the end of 2. The captain has used 2 bowlers, himself and Bharat Chipley. Robin conceded 33. Chipley has conceded 24. We've had 12 legal deliveries. 10 of them have gone beyond the boundary.
Yeah, it hasn't been a pretty start for India. But Stuart Binney hopefully can change.
That's putting it mildly, Ryan. I mean, the Indian fans, they've cheered the fact that it's been a single. Kedar Jadhav, it's in a great effort to stop that from going to the boundary. Another wide. Stuart Binney's first wide. Just his second delivery.
Just an understanding that you are going to bowl an over here. It just seems as though the Indian players have been batting in the nets. They're not really been attracted to the bowling end.
That is smashed. He had all the time in the world to rock back and hit that for a 6. Xavier.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of big ones, but that I reckon is one of the biggest we've seen of this tournament so far. Rocked back into position, a magnificent shot.
That was a good ball, Stuart Binney. It's been an okay over. 3 deliveries, Just that 1-6, a dot. These boys are coming off lunch and we've got a great spread here in the stadium.
He's definitely bouncing back, but just wondering, this is probably, what, their third game for the day. Just wondering if a few bodies are just starting to ache a little bit.
And that's up in the air. And it's an easy catch for the keeper. Second wicket. Srivatsa Goswami collected it cleanly. And a wicket for Stuart Binney.
It's looking like there's a little bit of variable bounce out in the middle at the moment. Xavier liking the leg side boundary rather than going straight. It's the outside edge or the top edge. He's got to go for 14, New Zealand, 65 for 2.
A wicket, and that sails out of the ground yet again for another 6.
Yeah, the length is a bit just all wrong. Digging it in halfway down. Kiwi lads are very, very happy on the back foot. Raining 6s here in Mongkok.
And one thing's for sure, at the end of this game, one team will have a W. And one team will remain winless. Final ball coming off this over. It's a great ball, misses the edge. Stuart Binney brings some semblance to the Indian bowling. Just 14 of that over. New Zealand 71 for 2. And the slinger with the ball in hand. Kedar Jadhav, jersey number 555. 71 for 2, New Zealand. 3 more overs to go. Sudesh Dixit on strike. He's got 29. Was waiting for the umpire. That's a dot ball. That's a rare dot ball.
I was going to say. I wonder if the umpy starts feeling a little bit sorry for the lads now.
Well, we've already had 5 wides. That's almost 1 extra over. The Hong Kong 6s. That's gone. That's out of here. That's on the road. It's a massive 6 from Sudesh.
Just love the way that he kept his head down. Didn't look up and see where the ball was sailing until it was halfway to the boundary. In full control there, Sudesh.
He goes back to that slingy action, and that takes the edge. Goes to third for another boundary.
He's a little unlucky there, to be fair. Outside edge, probably going to be a wide, to be honest. But here, there's just no respite for the bowlers.
Hanged in short, and Sudesh Dixit He makes sure that Kedar Jadhav pays the price for that. Second 6 of this over. Siddesh Dixit moves on to 45. Right, so what does he do? Get a boundary, gets another hit at, I think, a 6.
I was actually just going to wonder. There's another boundary. This one's along the ground. We started with 180 balls yesterday. I think we need a ball count because I'm not sure how many we got left for tomorrow.
Right, final delivery of this over coming up. Hopefully, Kedar Jadhav is not well, a single wide in this over. In spite of that, it's been a 20-run over. And like we anticipated, Siddesh Dixit with a score in 49, it's a 6. And will retire on 55 at a strike rate of 458. Hoggy?
Excellent shot, brilliant innings from Siddesh. 55 off 12. If he hit a 6, he would have had the quickest 50 in the tournament, but he's got to retire. New Zealand in a commanding position, not just in the sixes, but also in the Test series over in India. 97 for 2 here.
The big, tall, lanky Rana Kapoor walks in and he's practicing some swing. He's already got a 50 in the tournament. And Shahbaz Nadeem starts off with a wicket. Crashes the timber. Sam Cassidy.
Absolute beauty. Something out of the blue. Got it at the right length and bowl under the bat. It's an absolute perfect Yorker. Sam Cassidy goes for 6 of just 3 deliveries. And New Zealand are 97 for 3.
Henry McIntyre comes to the middle. 2 batters who not faced a ball yet. Shahbaz Nadeem in that Indian team of 6 is the one proper bowler. He picks up a wicket of the very first delivery. That's a full toss. Dispatch for 4. 100 up for New Zealand. The 5th over.
Yeah, it's another boundary. I'm just wondering, he might have to bowl 2 overs in a row here. Looking around the field, he is actually their #1 bowler, and I'm just wondering. I know he can't bowl 2 in a row, but I'm thinking, who else are they going to?
Could be Stuart Binney, who went for 14 in his first over. In context of the game, that was the most economical over. And Shahbaz Nadeem takes a huge hit of Henry McIntyre's bat. 10 already of the over, win a wicket.
Powerful young lad. Any opportunity, he's going to go big. Doesn't hold back, Henry McIntyre.
It's a wide. Too many extras that have been conceded. Started off in the very first over. Robin Uthappa. And Smash straight down the ground. Bisects the two fielders. 4.
That's a beautiful cricket shot as well. The power. Humphrey did well to get out of the way.
That was a good ball to end the over. Could have been a dot ball, but a run conceded. There was a wide. One more delivery remaining from Shahbaz. 2 4s and a 6 in this over. With that wicket, the very first delivery. Rana Kapoor's first delivery. Where does he go? He's taking his time. Shahbaz is setting the field. He fielded it long on and it long off. It's down the ground. Kedar Jadhav collects the ball. It's just the single to end the over. New Zealand 114 for 3. Australia and Pakistan are through to the semi-final. Sri Lanka, Nepal to play quarterfinal number 3, and UAE will take on Bangladesh. That means, come to that, another 6, another short delivery from Stuart Binney. All Asian sides, as far as the knockouts are concerned, barring Australia.
Yeah, we've seen some great cricket, and this is another shot that, what a fantastic piece of batsmanship. Young Kapoor, we saw him score 50 earlier on today, showing his skills against Oman, opening the batting on that occasion, and now he gets the opportunity to finish the innings.
Rana Kapoor pulled away. 120. We've had 13 sixes in this innings already. 5 legal deliveries to go. Rana Kapoor, he's faced 2 deliveries. Got a single in the previous over. Is it the first ball for 6? Comes ball number 2.
Obviously very nostalgic for me. It was obviously very nostalgic for me. It's really nice to be back. It's really nice to be back.
That's a wonderful shot as well. That's going to be another boundary. Yeah, young Rana Kapoor. Hong Kong Cricket Club, we like to call them the dark side, to be honest. Us Kowloon guys. But the Hong Kong Cricket Club and the Kowloon Cricket Club have produced a number of wonderful players over the years, and this kid is one of those that...
सब लोग जा रहे हैं, तुम भी आ जाओ। मिसेस अजीम रहती हैं परेशान क्योंकि इनका बेबी रहे परेशान।
He's just freeing his arms. That's another boundary. 20 of this over. All from Rana Kapoor. 134 on the board.
Just can't find the answers, but Ronick has been phenomenal. Both with the short ball and when it's pitched up. Got the complete game.
That's a flat batted 6. Smashes it. 26, 3 sixes. And the Indian bowlers, they have no answers to this onslaught.
There's only one shot I haven't seen him play today, and that's the cut shot. Normally, that's a left-hander's favourite shot. But he looks as though he favours the leg side and wants to hit straighter through that mid-off region. Behind point might be a little bit of a weakness.
And he finishes it off in style with another 6. The ball crossed the boundary on every delivery in that over. 32. And New Zealand end their innings on 146. Ronak, the cameo in the end. 147 is the target for India.
Well, New Zealand were wonderful with the bat. Sudesh, 55 off 12. He started the onslaught. And then Ronak coming in with 33 off 7, getting New Zealand to 146 for the loss of 3 wickets.
Here is Sudesh, 55 of just 12 balls. He was hitting some massive sixes. The swing is slow and steady. He backs what he does, and the boy's got some skills, that's for sure.
42 of those 55 runs in the back of all those mighty sixes. Sudesh able to hit, and there's nothing really about the bowlers, Hoggy. Too many wides and too many sixes.
Apart from Shabazz, there's not much you can talk about in that bowling conglomerate. A lot of batsmen here in the Indian team. They've probably spent time in the nets, batting but not bowling. We are here, match between New Zealand and India, where India need to chase down 146. The next game coming up is England versus Oman. Let's go to the toss.
Toss time for the England-Oman fixture. Ravi Bopara alongside me, and the captain of Oman, Vinayak Shukla, who's having a great tournament with bat, lots of sixes, lots of runs, and our match referee, Mr. Gandhi. Now, Ravi, the home captain, give it a flick. Tails is a call from Vinayak. England win the toss. Ravi, what are you going to do and why?
We'll have a bob.
Now, 6 games on this surface. I just told you off air, but 6 games on pitch 3, winning, batting first. Why not bat first?
Just want to test ourselves. Why not?
And you had a cracking game last game. A lovely innings and a couple of poles. Big smile on your face.
Yeah, it's actually tough at the start. Different pitch, different conditions. And I know most of the teams have won batting first, but they've all set pretty good totals. Our job will be to restrict Oman as much as we can.
And a confidence win, but obviously you like to get as many wins as possible before you go home tomorrow night.
Always helps. Always helps to win.
Keep smiling. You're looking great.
Thank you.
Vinayak, you're going to have a bat first. How are you going to get enough runs to defeat the mighty of England?
Definitely, we will look forward to go for around more than 120. I think it will be enough for our bowlers as we are coming into the rhythm of winning momentum. So we like to carry it as well.
And the same question to you. Batting first, winning on this pitch. So actually, maybe an opportunity to upset Ravi Bopara and his England side.
Definitely, you can't take any team lightly. It's a shortest format of the game. Just one good over from the batter or the bowler will change the whole momentum of the game.
And everyone back in Muscat, they're watching, they're enjoying it?
Yes, definitely. Everyone watching there, supporting us and enjoying the game.
Big game coming up. England win the toss and they want to bowl first.
Ravi Bopara wins the toss. Chooses to bowl. Bucking the trend that... for Oman, and Oman are coming off a victory over New Zealand.
Yeah, and their skipper has been absolutely outstanding, and so is the captain of England in Ravi Bopara. He's had a pretty good day so far today, and hopefully England will be hoping that they can get another win on the board.
Dancing in the stand, though the Indian fans haven't had much to cheer. Robin Athappa, the captain, the Indian side, comes out to bat. And Bharat Chipley, his opening partner. Robin has had a few innings. He was striking it clean, but hasn't had a big innings yet. Bharat Chipley, the other end. Hoggy, 147. What are we in store for?
Well, Henry McIntyre's going to open up. I like this. You want your trump card bowling first with the new ball. Try and get an early breakthrough. And hopefully he bowls a really good first over and they utilise him for a second over later on in the innings. But this is going to be a tough chase for India. Well done to New Zealand. They've probably got the lowest total in the competition and nearly got the biggest total. They were only 2 runs short of getting the biggest total. And that was against India just now.
First ball, checks his shot. And sweetly timed.
Well, what we can say is if India get anywhere close to this score, we're in for some good action, that's for sure.
Well, it's very important that India do pretty well and get the total, because you don't want to finish on the bottom of the bowl, do you?
And both these sides not managed to win yet. It's a dot ball. Wanted to pull it. Didn't get it right. Didn't connect.
Just feel as though this pitch is starting to be a little up and down. Stuart Binney was bowling a few balls where he got it up around the nose area, then the next one just hit the mid-rift of the batsman.
Interesting. We'll have to take that into account for later games. There's still so many big fixtures to go this afternoon, so I wonder if the teams will be taking that into account.
Timing. Sweet timing from Robin Athappa. It's become his trademark shot in this tournament.
Good positioning. McIntyre looking to go a little fuller, looking for that Yorker. But again, when you don't get it right, the crowd starts to get excited with the opportunity of catching the kookaburra.
Just taking a look at Henry McIntyre, wondering if Marcus Stoinis and he share the same barber. Down the ground and Robin pulls it for another boundary. It's been a great start for Robin. That's 6. Now follows it up with a 4.
Yeah, showing both sides of the wicket. His game, he's been such a wonderful player for such a long time. Shots all round the ground.
And there's a fielder there. Just a single.
It's been a good over so far. 1-6-1-4. But also a dot, 1 and a 2. Minimal damage on the boundary count.
Bharat Chipley about to face his first ball. A dot to end the over. India 13 without loss. Niall O'Brien joins us now for the Indian innings. 5 overs. They need 26.8 to make a match of this. Robin Uthappa has got 13. Well, what did you make of the Indian bowling, though?
Mixed bag. A work in progress. Been difficult. 26 and over, yeah, it's going to be difficult here, but India have plenty of batting. They need a win, desperate for a win.
That's gone. He converts that full toss and parks it in the crowd.
Wow, that's a massive hit. Full toss, didn't use the facilities. And unfortunately, if you're going to bowl that, you're going to cop it.
I reckon there's a bit of anger in that 6. I don't think the captain, Robbie Uthappa, is a happy man right now. He won't be best pleased at how the team has gone so far.
That's in the air, and there's a fielder, and Robin Uthappa has gone. Wanted to hit that for another 6-over cover, but Sidesh Dixit gets the first breakthrough.
It's really well bowled because he flights the ball. He takes pace out of the ball. He actually feeds with Robbie Uthappa's arc, his strong suit. He dangles the carrot. Robbie gobbles it up, as does Astle in the deep. Gone for 19. India, 1 down.
India 19 for 1. They've just lost their captain. And walks the southpaw, Srivatsa Goswami. And Niall O'Brien could have caught that. There you go. Need the ball. But Srivatsa Goswami starts off with a 6.
Beautiful cricket shot. Niall O'Brien, look at him, look at him. Oh, yes.
This is straighter. This is longer. This is massive.
It's just what India needed. Goswami, powerfully built. Well, the coaches call it step and swing. It's in the arc to hit. Clears that front leg. Beautiful, powerful blow down the ground. Must be a change of angle now. Sidesh. Left arm around the wicket, try and jam it into that, maybe that right ankle combo.
I was going to say, it's going to be a bit of extra pepper on this one. He's thrown a few up, and he's just, I think he's thinking, oh, I'm not so sure about this anymore.
It's been a funny over. 3 sixes, a wicket, a dot. Final ball coming up. Is that another wicket? No, Sidesh doesn't get there. It's a great ball. And that is the end of another Kiwi spinner of Indian descent, troubling Team India. 32 for 1 at the end of 2. Right, Srivatsa Goswami. He's hit 2 sixes. He's on 13. England will be up against Oman. England have won the toss there. Chosen to bowl first, not surprisingly. That goes to the boundary for 4.
I'm just watching Srivatsa Goswami bat. He bats a little bit like Rishabh Pant. How he goes about his the exuberance when he hits a 4 or 6. Not too dissimilar to the former Delhi Capitals wicketkeeper.
He's not Delhi anymore.
I said former.
Yeah. He's going to go for the big bucks come the auction.
He might be Delhi again. You never know. When is the auction? Looking forward to that.
End of this month. And just going by the way things have gone on for Delhi, it's a little unlikely that they bid for Rishabh again. He was the captain, mind you, previous season. Came back from that life-threatening injury. At this team, India, 37 for 1, chasing 147. Smash down the ground, one bounce, crashes into the boards.
Umpires again doing well to get out of the way of that. Have a look how fast this comes back. Oh, move. Do not just stand still if you're an ump.
Boundary over mid-wicket. No timing really, but Chipley is so powerfully built, even a miss hit goes for a 4.
And ends the over with another boundary, 17 of that. India 49 for 1. India chasing 147, 3 overs remaining. They need 98. They need some big hits. They can't stop. Srivatsa Goswami is on 18. Here comes Rana Kapoor to bowl his first over. He was an under-19 World Cup winner in 2008. Srivatsa Goswami shared the dressing room with another superhero, Virat Kohli. That's 6. Once again, crashes in to a comb box.
Just out of the reach of the New Zealand fielder, Cassidy. Gave it his all and just couldn't get it.
Such a shame it didn't hit Dominic Cork.
Bowlers, he knows how to protect himself.
Well, the amount of grief Dominic Cork gives me from 7 a.m. when we get to the bus to come to the ground till bedtime, he just gives me stick. And I just wish this hit him on the top of the head.
Why is he not catching that ball? More importantly, set the example. Always talks a good game. Why is he
peeking
catching
inside
that?
right now? That's for you, Niall O'Brien.
He never could catch. He was a decent bowler. He was a decent medium pace bowler, a little bit of swing, and he could slog a few, but he was a very, very average catcher for all the teams he played for around the world.
Well, the ball is flying all over this ground. Dominic Cork right now. There's one almost missed. Bad hog, and that's gone! Chipley and his muscles.
Well, peculiar bowling action from Ronak. He's going right arm through the umpire, but over the wicket. And he was absolutely pumped. Bizarre route to delivery.
That is huge into the trees. Sam Cassidy is that long off, but he can only watch it sail over his head.
Yeah, the sixes just seem to be getting bigger and bigger. as we go through this tournament. Wow.
That's the 50 partnership, and what a way to get there. Hart Shipley, 30 of 8. That's the over. 74 for 1 at the end of 4.
Right arm round. Right arm over.
74 for 1 and 25 of that last over. All thanks to Bharat Shipley. It's a nice, easy delivery from Sam Cassidy. And India, they need to get to 147. Only 2 overs remaining. 72 of 11. And Shipley wants to have fun, but he holds out straight to long off.
Dixit in the deep. Safely pouched by Sudesh. It was flat. It was firm. Just didn't have the elevation. Shipley, who entertained us with 3 glorious sixes, just couldn't quite get under. It's good bowling from Cassidy. Fast and full. And that's a really good catch. Never easy when the ball is travelling so quickly. Shipley, it was good while it lasted. It didn't last long enough, though. 75 for 2.
Kedar Jadhav
Right arm over. 4 balls.
walks in with the score at 75 for 2. India need 147 and haven't won a game yet. Jadhav gets off the mark with a single.
Yeah, this was the wicket. As Nobby said,
Shangri-La Liquid Seasonings, the expert secret, is no longer a secret.
Zealand put 146 on the board. Stuart Binney is batted up. That boundary will take India to 80. Srivas Goswami. This is the first game that India played, but has contributed in every game that he's played after. That's going again. That's huge.
Yeah, beautiful strike from the wicketkeeper Goswami. He played well the last game. He's a good cricketer. He's a tidy keeper. Very efficient batter. Just too much to do. Too tall a target.
And that's the over. India managed to get 13 of that, 87 for 2. And as things stand, India, the end of this game would have sunk to the very bottom of this group. New Zealand will pick up their first win, leaving India as the only winless team in this edition of the Hong Kong Sixes. Final over, India needs 60. Captain comes and bowls a mean delivery.
Well, here's Brad Hogg. He didn't want to catch it. Dan Christian didn't catch it as clean as we would have liked. But look at Dominic Cork run and hide. Come on.
Hoiked away, leg side. It's going to be, I think it's a boundary. Well, don't forget about Abhishek Chunjunwala, who seems to be getting away with it. He was out there as well. He could have maybe dived across and taken a catch. He's only young, Abhishek Chunjunwala. He seems to be getting away with it here. At least Dominic Cork is old. He's got an excuse.
Well, someone's going to have a rough night for sure. Dominic Cork is definitely not taking Niall O'Brien for dinner.
Dominic Cork,
that's too much, Niall.
He will not be having a rough night because I think he's going to bed at 6:30. He had a...
Dominic Cork doesn't want to have anything to do with that. That's a 6. 98 for 2. Kedar Jadhav, that's his first hit.
Nice hit down the pitch. Good footwork, very efficient. Light on his feet, hitting through the line.
Straight to Rana Kapoor. Kedar Jadhav doesn't want to take a single. Wants to finish this, possibly with a big hit. Final delivery. That's it. India's 100 is up, but New Zealand win by 44 runs. They put on 146. And that was good enough to completely outbat India. That's New Zealand's first victory. Unfortunately, India remain winless. It's not been a good tournament for them. They conceded too many. And it's a New Zealand victory. 146 is what New Zealand put in response. India 102 was always going to be a little too many, Ran.
Yeah, it was always tough because Swami was absolutely outstanding with the bat, though. It was well worth watching. But the bowling from New Zealand, they did a great job. Cassidy in particular was very, very good. And the Kiwis get their first win of the Hong Kong Sixers.
New Zealand 146. Siddhesh Dixit is absolutely on fire, smashing 55. Run up with that cameo in the end. 146 on the board. India, they were never in it, barring that innings of 42 from Srivats Goswami. Nothing there, and India remain winless, while New Zealand, they pick up their first win in this bowl group. And that is what they're hoping for, that one of these teams England and Oman, they'll pick up another victory, because that's the next match coming up on Mission Road ground here in Mongkok. And at the toss a little while back, it was Ravi Bopara who won it. Not so. Surprisingly, Just to have a bowl. And once again, take a look at the two teams. Vinayak Shukla, he's left from the front. Got some runs under the belt. England. He managed to get a win thanks to Ravi Bopara and his all-round skills. Let's hand it over to so Abhishek. England winning the toss, wanting to bowl first, and the trend continues. Teams that are batting first are winning all.
It's hard to believe that team still winning the toss, electing to bowl first. Was batted brilliantly in this competition. Another six for him. With a short arm jab, the ball just straying towards the pads. They would want to put a lot of pressure on this England side, who didn't really start the competition well, losing the first couple of games, then managed to win a good game against India.
Cut away to that empty side on the offside, slower delivery. So a really good start. You've talked about that, Abby. 17 off 4 deliveries. We've seen a massive total by New Zealand that India couldn't knock off. Not a good day for India so far.
They played 3 matches today and lost all 3 again. Looking at that delivery, too much room. Another 6. Make it 23 of the first 5 deliveries. The perfect start for Oman after being put in by England.
Well, he shouldn't be on strike. Simple, because there should have been a wicket with the first ball. Got a single, and then the captain 22 from 4. Make that 23 from 5. So first over done. Oman, what a start. 24 without loss.
Leg stick. Let it off.
Good start for Oman. Not a good start for that man on your picture. Jordan Thompson, who put down a dolly. Top run getters so far, most runs in Hong Kong Sixes 2024. And the captain, Vinayak Shukla, 155. Slightly behind Nizakat Khan, the cat from Hong Kong. Top of the pile. Not a good start in the field, not a good start with the ball. Should have been a wicket, it's simple. You said these balls are slippery. Like to say that was a decent effort, but when you're only 4'2", you can't get off the ground.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
High in the air to that shorter side of 43 metres and another maximum.
4 sixes already for Vinayak out of those 29 runs. He's got an odd technique, but it works for him. We've seen a lot of players over the years like that.
Yeah, it's not working at the moment for Jordan Thompson. This round the wicket, slower deliveries into the surface. Captain is just smashing a man into a really good position. We're only into the 8th ball, and he's got 5 sixes and 1 4, and he's 35 from 7.
He's also picking the length early. You look at that delivery, the back of the hand delivery, which he got rid of Stuart Binney with. At the moment, not working against Vinayak.
500 strike rate. Change of angle, back over the wicket then. And not a lot has changed in the strike rate. It's just gone over 500. It's 512 at the moment. He's 41 from 8. Just keep an eye out of that. The quickest 50 so far is off 12 deliveries.
He's got 3 deliveries to do that, and the way that he's been striking, he should be able to do in the next 2. This has been some serious ball striking from him.
19 from 3 deliveries. First ball was a wide. That's a sensational shot. That is probably not. We see a lot of balls being hit down the ground and square of the wicket, but what is good about this is he sees that it's a short delivery with pace on, and he just opens up the face of the bat, uses the pace. Beautiful shot.
The key to that shot was that he's thinking about that shot as well. It's very important to have that shot at the back of the mind. He's just reacting to the ball rather than preempting it.
He's got 2 balls to get the quickest 50. 47 from 9. 7 sixes, 1 4. Strike K, 522. 450 up. The quickest 50 in the competition is by Oman's captain. Take a bow. 51 from 10. 7 sixes, 2 4s, a strike rate of 510.
Yeah, you would not see many better innings than that in this competition. Just sensational. The phenomenal innings again. To get a fastest 50 of the comp, just in 10 deliveries with a strike rate of 510.
And when you think this competition can't give you any more, even though these 2 teams aren't competing for the cup, they're still competing to win the bowl. Remember, there's still a lot of games to go before we know who are in the semi-finals of the bowl, which is slightly underneath where the main event is, the cup. More quarterfinals coming your way, more sixes coming your way as well. 35 from the over. Wow, 2 overs done. Oman in control of the game, 59 without loss.
जरूरी यह है कि हम लोग इस भयानक स्थिति से कैसे निपटें। मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि जिसने भी ये घिनौनी हरकत की हो।
He's striking at 600. He's over what the captain striked at. England, what can you do? What can this man do? Ravi Bopara Decent performance in the first game today. Not a decent start.
Again, that knuckle delivery. He's got so many tricks in his armory, Ravi Bopara. A lot of variety. Bowls a good bouncer, bowls a good cutter into the surface, a knuckle delivery, back of the hand, slower ball. He's got to use it in the right moment.
Should be England's first wicket. No. Thought he's just getting himself into a position to catch it.
A good effort at the end by the fielder, Barnett. But what about that 50 of just 10 deliveries? 7 sixes and a couple of boundaries to go alongside. It was hitting at a highest level.
This one into the gap. Just one bounce for. Not getting it any better for England at the moment. They cannot stop boundaries. They are leaking boundaries everywhere. Just to make it even worse, that extra delivery, that wide, allowed the captain to get to that quickest 50. No wonder that smile is on that face. Oh, he's gone for a bouncer. Probably be given a wide for height.
Yeah, you've got to execute your deliveries. It's not just about doing it. Tournament starts 183 runs with a strike rate of 366. 22 sixes so far in the competition. That is just phenomenal.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. Do not listen to Brad Hogg. What a shot this is. Right away over our commentary box position. How many sixes have we had so far? 9 sixes. How many balls? 15.
We have this raining boundaries, 9 sixes and 3 fours. So out of 15 deliveries, we have seen 12 boundaries in total.
Not one dot ball yet. Still no dot balls. Guess what it is? Guess what it is? It's called the Hong Kong sixes for a reason. 10 sixes. 16 balls bowled. England, they are in trouble already.
Well, they're in massive trouble here. Make it 10 with that 6. No team so far has crossed 150. Can Oman do it?
Well, at this rate, they only get to 146. I say only. Don't worry, they keep hitting sixes. Oh, my goodness. What are we seeing here from Oman? 11 sixes, 3 fours, so 14 deliveries of the 17. 14 deliveries of the 17 have been in either fours or sixes.
I'm not sure I remember any team getting to 84 of just 2.5 overs in this competition.
We have now this partnership, 31 from 8. Remember that first ball of the game? It was a drop. England of Rude dropping him. Now Ed Barnard can't get underneath this. 90. 18 balls gone. Can you believe it? Oman, 90 without loss. Right, what can Ethan Brooks do? They're just going just a measly 30 and over here, England. Just 30 runs per over. Anything underneath that is a bonus for England. A dot ball. Kryptonite. It's the first dot ball. It's taken England 19 deliveries. Congratulations!
Not sure where did that come from. Was not expecting a dot ball in this innings. Even Ravi Bopara looks a bit shocked with that dot ball.
Well, look, Brad Hogg was giving advice to the England bowlers. And that's exactly what's happened. They're going to 30s. I told you, don't listen. We might as well send Niall O'Brien out there as well. Not getting any better. Watch yourself in the park.
Now this is just Unbelievable hitting. And we have seen a lot so far in this competition, but what Oman is achieving here is something out of ordinary. 96 of just 20 deliveries.
Keep your eye on it. I think it's going to be given a wide. I'm not sure that is a wide, but the way that England are bowling, it doesn't surprise me. At this rate, they're on course to 200. The batter cannot believe that's not a wide. He wants a wide. Give us a chance with you, Oman. Just give us a chance.
I don't think that was a wide. Very good decision. I think even umpire said, you know what? I've had enough, not giving any extras.
Felt sorry for him. He's gone for a short one again. Now then, England have got an opportunity. No, they haven't. Oh, really good from Alex Davies. Just hope he's okay. Two runs. Just keep an eye on Alex Davies. He's limping a little bit. I think he's okay. He just hits the advertising hoardings quite hard.
Great effort. Great effort. Every run is going to be crucial. Goes into the boundary hoardings. Yeah, he's fine. Just 9 of the first 4.
Every ball's going to be crucial for who? As at the moment, Oman have won this game already. I can't believe I'm going to say that. I think something dramatic has got to happen, because it's just not getting any better for England. 100 up. 100 in 22 deliveries. 13 sixes, 3 fours. Thank you very much. It is just like step and hit. I don't think I've seen this sort of hitting ever in my life. I've not seen this sort of bowling in my life either. 53 from 16. This is something you'd see on a village green.
That's what I was going to say. You probably haven't seen bowling like this either. Yes, the hitting has been unbelievable. It's been phenomenal.
It's a little bit embarrassing, this. These are professional cricketers in the English game that, at the moment, cannot get a ball straight. Just 2-dot deliveries. 2-dot deliveries. I know he's trying. He's given a no ball, this, as well. Because of the height, it's the second over shoulders. We've got one. We've got another one. Scorers put that in. 3-dot balls. 4 overs gone. 107 without loss. First win the games today. We've seen a couple of upsets. Nepal beating us early on. That seems like about 2 weeks ago, that game. Guess what? Just another 6. How many's that, Abby? Oh, it's 15.
Just 15. Corky, this is some hitting. But you spoke about the bowling. It's been really, really ordinary. You expect a lot better from the bowlers.
That's coming over here. Where's Niall O'Brien? Ah, he's not around. They're in shock. I think actually Oman are in shock how many runs they've got already. 24 and 3, 27 deliveries. I'm just trying to do my maths. I'll have to take my shoes and socks off. Yeah, there's just a little boy in the crowd that got hit. I hope he's okay. There is physios on the field, and the ice is there. It hurts, let me tell you. Brave, be brave. Yeah, you'll have a little bruise, and you can blame the England bowlers because they've been hopeless. Not going England's way. It's not going England's way. Surely that hasn't gone for a maximum. Surely that hasn't. It's a top edge. The umpire's just got to check. No, it's a boundary. It's good news for England. It's just a boundary.
It's just 20 boundaries overall, 16 sixes and 4 fours out of 28 deliveries.
What have we got left? 8 deliveries. What a shot that is. What an outcome for England that is. Just a single.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed. If they don't get to 150, Oman should be really disappointed. There was a time when they were set to get 170, 180. In the last couple of overs, England managed to pull things back a bit.
Even the Yorkers, even the perfect Yorkers go away and run away for a boundary. 23 from that over, that's quite good for England. 130 without loss.
Sam, what do you want? Let go.
Last over then, Sami Patel will bowl it for England, 130 without loss. This partnership, 77 from 25. Boundary to start. 37 from 13, Hasnain 39 from 8.
Again, no team so far in the Hong Kong Sisters have achieved 150 in 6 overs.
Beautiful shot and bisects the fielders. They've got a chance now of getting that, Abby. What is the 4 balls left? They're 140.
They just tend to get, and look at that shot again, beautiful. Just wonderful to watch. Over covers, opening up that offside beautifully.
Nice, Sam.
That's a decent ball. It brings Asif Khan on to strike now, and he's 45 from 15. Correction, Hasnain is on strike and got an opportunity of getting the quickies 50, or equaling it anyway. 45 from 9, we've already seen a 10-ball 50 in the captain. His strike rate is slightly underneath the captain at the moment, only 500. Equals the highest score in the competition. 2 balls left. Can they get to 150? You bet they can. Equals the quickest 50, so another Oman batter departs retired. 51 from 10, 7 sixes, a partnership of 100 versus 30, and Oman have 150 up, they're 150 without loss.
And that's the first 100-run partnership as well. But what an innings that has been. 2 guys getting 50 of just 10 deliveries.
New batter comes in, and guess what happens? Last ball of the innings, he's not even watching it. 26s in that innings, that's the most in this year's Hong Kong 60s. Surpasses the 17 from Bangladesh. Highest score of the tournament, 159. He can only smile. He's got work to do. England, they require 160. Oman, amazing, 159 without loss. Well, a proud day for Oman cricket in the Hong Kong 60s. Ravi Bopara, who won the toss, decided to bowl first. Not at the right decision at the moment. 44 from 15, a slow 44 in the Oman innings. 50 from the captain, 50 from Hasnain. Quickest 50s from just 10 deliveries. Look away, England fans. Just look away. The best bowling from Brooks went for 17. The rest of them, no good. Talk us through these sixes.
It's very hard. It's been absolute carnage. It's very hard to talk us through these sixes. It's 20 of them, and it's all around the park. And if you talk about the bowling, been very average. Even that, I'm being generous. But some unbelievable hitting all throughout the ground. It's just the power, the composure we've seen from the Oman players.
Well, we saw so many sixes yesterday. 209 sixes yesterday. After the first couple of games, I thought, perhaps we won't see as many sixes today. We have seen 20 sixes in this innings, most so far in an innings in the Hong Kong Sixes 2024. And two of the quickest equal 50s as well, 10 balls for 50. And I'm probably right to say England have got a bit of work to do.
Yeah, just a bit.
England to give themselves an opportunity to get through to the bowl group final. They've got to chase down 160 at just over, well, just a smidgen of 26.5 runs and over. More cricket coming your way. Quarter-final time, number 3. Sri Lanka versus Nepal. And the toss is with Brad Hogg.
We've got the quarter-final here between Sri Lanka and Nepal. It's a toss of the coin. I've got the captain from Sri Lanka, Lahiro Madashankar. And from Nepal, Sandeep Jora. And the match referee is Mr. Gandhi. Sandeep, can you call, please?
Yeah. Heads.
Heads.
Nepal won the toss.
Nepal has won the toss. Sandeep, what are you doing?
We want to bowl first.
Why are you bowling first?
Because it's good to know your total while you're chasing.
Now, you've had some big scalps, some big wins. Is this going to be a bigger win today?
I guess we hope. We are looking at one match at a time, so let's see what will happen.
Now, what's the strength of Nepal against Sri Lanka today? What are you looking out to really capitalise and beat Sri Lanka?
I think we haven't watched the match, but I guess we will play in our strength other than on the Sri Lankan.
Good luck today, Sandeep. Now, Lahiro, what have you done?
Yeah, when I won the toss, I was also going to the field, but we lost, but yeah.
Right, but you must be confident because the teams that are batting first today have really dominated. Is that a positive for you?
Yeah, definitely.
And what total are you looking to put on the board?
Yeah, we are thinking about 130, 120.
Right, well, 130, 120, roundabout par to put pressure on Nepal. Nepal have won the toss and decided to bowl first.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise because we've already seen 8 teams today bat first and win the game. 2 exciting teams going head-to-head. That's coming your way. Quarter-final 3 in probably about 50 minutes. May not be 50 minutes. England have just got to go from the start. Bopara, 50 yesterday. 50, correction, today, 49 yesterday. 6 sixes and an over. Samit Patel. And pace straight away for Oman. Husnain Shah then. New ball in hand. Got to try and chase 160 England. This is going to be exciting. High in the air, it's a chance, just like England. First ball, can they hold on to it? They can. Everything is going Oman's way. Set a massive total, the highest so far of 159. And the captain of England departs first ball.
Yeah, it couldn't have been a worse start for England. Ravi Bopara, who batted brilliantly against India. 6 sixes in an over, goes first delivery. The ball was there for the taking. Just couldn't execute. Top edge was nicely taken by Ramandani. Out for a duck, 0 for 1 England.
Jordan Thompson then in at 3. England losing a wicket in their first delivery. Not a lot of time for him to have a look. Gone up to 27s already. Running in hard. Set the field well. There is a deep extra cover out there. It's a good catch this, Abby, because this goes a long way in the air.
You're never easy. It was a slower delivery, back of the hand. First up. And look at that for a catch. Very good technique. Kept his eye on the ball. Hands plays nicely as well. And what a wicket. What a way to start for Oman. Right on top. They've already had 6 sixes in the previous match against India. They'll need 3 or 4 overs like that if they want to chase this total down.
Yeah, every time that England don't get at least a 4, I mean at least a 4, all of a sudden rate required goes up. Started at just over 26.5. It's now 28, closing in on 29.
The equation is pretty simple. 5 sixes in an over. Every over. From here, if England wants to chase that total down, 160 to get. It's unbelievable to say that.
36 deliveries. Let's just put it into context of that Oman innings. 36 deliveries, 26 of them went for either 6 or 4. 20 in 6s, 6 in 4s. Just 3 dots. England after 4 balls, 2 for 1. Oman was 17 without loss at this stage.
It just shows you the kind of innings the batters have played for Oman. Vinayak started it with a 10-ball 50. You would not see many better innings than that in any format.
Yeah, it's just been a dominant performance. Easy for me to say so far. 2 50s of high quality. Captain started it off. Little bit of fortune with a couple, with some glorious shots and just 10 balls to get there.
He's got his technique of his own. He's got really good reach and very quick hands through the ball. You look at those shots, the way he reaches the ball sometimes, brilliant. Game awareness to the point.
Will be a boundary. Won't be a boundary. My eyes are going. So are England's. 4 for 1.
Right on around.
Zikria, second over, just need 31s and over at the moment. Hasn't got it, Samit Patel should be taken, is taken. This is getting worse and worse for England. Oman, well, they're on the verge of absolutely thrashing a major country in England.
They've been all out twice already in this competition in the Hong Kong Super Sixes. Could this be the third? They've already lost 2 wickets. Was in the slot, but Samit Patel's weight staying back out for 2. 4 for 2 England.
Alex Davies then took Samit Patel's helmet, put it on his head. Talked about the boundary count and how many 26 of the 36 deliveries in the Oman innings went for a boundary. England haven't even got a boundary yet. 8 balls, not 1 boundary.
Yeah, it's shocking, the performance so far from England.
Well, in the whole innings, England could only muster up 3 dot balls. Now Oman has 4 dot balls already.
Yeah, the only way England can get anywhere close is if they hit every ball from here for a 6.
Well, it's not going to happen, simple. I've seen a lot of things happen in cricket. That was excellent. I've not seen that sort of hitting, clean hitting. So poor bowling, yes, but credit to Oman, the way that they played there. England, this game is done. I hate saying it as a commentator, because you should always say that the game is alive. Well, they've got a chance. Cannot see England getting anywhere near this total.
Yep, you're absolutely right, Corky. There's no way England can get anywhere close to that total of 159. But what a day for Oman. Earlier, they beat New Zealand, and then now it's going to be England.
2 big scalps. It's good for the associate game. Lower nations that play cricket. That's why these tournaments are good. It gives players exposure up against quality opposition.
And also, the intent, they wanted more badly. Oman, you can see it, it's quite evident.
Yeah, there's one of the boundaries. Talked about the associate nations. We've had 5 associate nations beating major cricket teams. 2 overs are done, 6 to finish. 12 for 2. And England's first boundary. It's taken them 12 deliveries. 12 for 2. Two big quarterfinals coming your way. It's been a bit cloudy, so the light is fading. And the light is fading on the England cricket team. Yes, it's another boundary. But they need more than that. 37s they need at the moment. I talked about the wins by associate nations so far in this competition. We've had 5. This will definitely be 6. But Nepal beat England. Hong Kong beat New Zealand. Nepal beat Australia. UAE, India, Oman beat New Zealand. Shows how important these sort of competitions are.
It was close for a wide.
Is that first result we saw? Nepal beating Australia, UAE beating India, Oman beating New Zealand. What a day they've had. Chance of another wicket. What a catch! Little bit of a top edge. He may have injured himself. He's hurt. Little bit of a knee issue. Hats off to Oman. Batted well, bowled well, and probably one of the best catches we've seen so far.
Yeah, just sensational from Mujibur. Look at that for a commitment. We spoke about commitment. We spoke about being hungry. Thompson out for 9, 19 for 3, England.
Ed Barnard. He's going to bat number 5, but what a piece of fielding. We've seen everything in this game. 6 hitting, probably the best we've seen. 26s in the innings, the highest score. Wickets early on for the bowlers, and then backed up by some excellent catches. First one to get rid of Ravi Bopara was a decent catch, as that went high and into the sky and had to judge it well.
But that was something else also. After taking the catch, he had to make sure that he keeps his balance and stays inside those boundary skirtings. Brilliantly done. But the bowling had been outstanding. They had a game plan and they executed it perfectly so far.
Oh, how does that miss? How does that miss? Slower delivery, just sat in the surface, yeah. Barnard misses it.
They're showing all their skills. Oh, that was so close. Inches away from the timber. Final delivery, just 9. Got that wicket as well.
Chance of an... Put it down. Not sure he really committed to that one. At the end of the over, 22 for 3.
Left arm around.
Look away if you're an England fan. If you're an Oman fan, wow, what a game you're having. You are thrashing England, and I mean thrashing them. India lost their game comfortably. Could have got worse for England. Already pulled off an absolutely spectacular catch. Big 6 doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing matters at the moment for England. The required rate, nearly 50 and over. Still a good shot. Sounded very crunchy off the bat. Mujibur into the attack after taking that sensational catch in the previous over and dropping one too.
Another 6. Nice looking shot from Ed Barnard. Only their 4th 6 so far.
399 sixes so far in the Hong Kong sixes.
Now they've not got enough of it. Drops. And goes to 6. 400 sixes so far, and we're not even at the end of day 2. 100, 209 yesterday. 191 today, and still got 2 games left. And another one. 401.
Yeah, this been brilliant so far from Barnard. 4 sixes, and that's the coach of the England side, Paul Nixon.
Another 6, so 30 runs from the over, doesn't matter. England, 2 overs to go, 52 for 3. India at the moment hold the record for the biggest, largest defeat, 44 runs. So 44 runs India lost their last game to. That's the biggest margin so far. It's going to be England. England are going to take that trophy, the only trophy they'll probably get here. Still need 108 from 12. Have to bowl that again.
Yeah, Husnain was outstanding in his first over, just 4 runs from it, and picked up a very crucial wicket. Again, looking to 6 in the last delivery of the previous over. England completely outplayed by Oman in this fixture.
Well, throughout this tournament, we've seen some fantastic batting, but we've also seen some really good catches. We're obviously not concluded day 2 yet, but throughout this tournament, some difficult chances taken. Not a big boundary here. in Kowloon, but commitment throughout from all teams. Low down, powered down the ground, good catches up. And we've seen some today as well. Hasnain, he's bowling his second over, just 1 for 6 so far. Trying to think who'd be player of the match. Two batters who have both got the 50s, quickest 50s. Have to probably give it one of those batters, but who'd you give it? Or do you just share it?
Probably just share it if you could. Getting exactly in the same amount of balls, both 50s, and now another 6. Barnett, that's a 6-6 for him. England catching up, trying to catch up. 8 sixes in this innings so far. Just missing his length, going for that Yorker, which is the right thing to do. But what you don't want to do is give batters any room. Go as deep into the crease with your Yorkers as you can. The batters tend to stay very deep.
Well, I asked you about who would be player of the match. I don't want you to give it away live on air, but you are the adjudicator, so you better start thinking. As a former batter, are you going to pick one, are you going to pick two, or are you going to go completely differently?
Yeah, probably just going to...
Don't tell us.
No, I'm not going to tell who. I'm going to hold on to it. But I've got to think. Put my thinking hat on for a bit. Still got a bit of time.
As a second batter, is it easier for him because the first batter, the captain, did he start well? I'm just giving you thoughts. Nice shot. Nice looking shot. Better for England these last couple of overs. They're still going to lose this game, but 50 from 13, that's quite slow. 8 sixes in that 53 partnership from 16 deliveries.
Yeah, we just got used to watching batters get 50 of 10. Taking 13 deliveries is a bit longer than that. Strike rate of under 400, but still really good hitting.
Last over, yes.
A delivery left in this over. Hasnain was very economical in his first over. Inexpensive with those 3 back-to-back sixes from Barnett.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion out there because there is actually 1 ball left and they'd already swapped overs, and hence why I didn't call the score, because on our little fruit machine, as we call it, 72 for 3, 4.5 overs. Maybe a bit of confusion because of the retirement of Ed Barnard. But Hasnain still has a ball to go. He's got to come all the way from fine leg. The light is fading here. Got to hurry up, I'm sure. Come on. 2 more games to go. Bigger than this as well. The quarterfinals in the proper competition. Not the bowl.
Yeah, I think because he bowled the first delivery wide, a lot of times the bowler also starts counting the number of deliveries he has bowled. Tends to forget sometimes that he's bowled an extra. But that's the reason. Just finished his 6 deliveries and started walking towards that fine leg area.
Ethan Brooks then. The better bowler in the England team. That'll be inside edged away to finish the over finally. 24 from it, England 76 for 3.
Come over.
So we already have, well, let's say 3 now. I should say 2 semi-finalists in Australia and Pakistan, and we'll find out the other 2 in the final 2 games. This game we're showing now is part of the bowl. It doesn't involve these teams. These teams are in to win the cup. So Australia versus Pakistan, 12:50 on day 3 tomorrow, and 2 more games to come later. Another wicket. England are getting hammered. Davies goes, another good catch.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely peppered here. England loses their 4th. Asif Khan picks up his first. Came back strongly after getting hit for a 6th. Out for 15 of 7, 82 for 4.
Man who just retired is back in. Inside edge. So just 3 balls to go in the innings. 77 is still required. That's not going to happen. It's the end of Alex Davies, who just slices the ball out on the offside. Zikria with the catch.
Just 1s and 2s at the moment for England, but this will be a proper...
As well. Now then, the bowl is done for today. It's down to the proper part of the competition, the cup qualifier. I should correct myself. Quarterfinal 3. Brad Hogg was with the 2 captains. Nepal won the toss, and like every captain has done, decided to have a bowl first, even though 9 games now. Side batting first, win the game. Madhushankar is a good cricketer. Nepal, well, they seem to unearth lots of good players. Quarterfinal 3 coming your way. Brad Hogg and Niall O'Brien to talk you through it.
Wirikoti is opening the batting for Sri Lanka. He's going to be partnered by Dabari. Both of them had a good touch in this tournament. And Pratish, Nepal, left arm up, opening the bowling. Pratish has probably been one of the pick of the bowlers of the tournament. Really had Australia jumping around earlier today, picking up some crucial wickets, our crucial moments, to help Nepal with that upset against the Australians.
Well, this is going to be a cracker. This is going to be a really superb game. Satish with his left arm. And I can tell you, my brother Kevin O'Brien is watching this intently from Uganda, and I'll explain why shortly. Kevin O'Brien, the better looking of the former 2 Ireland internationals in our family. Well, my dad played for Ireland, but he's coaching Italy. Kevin is coaching Italy in Uganda at the moment in a World League Cricket 2. And Kevin is coaching, head coach of the Banatnagar Kings. And this man is bowling. Kevin has signed him in the Nepal draft. And he's been messaging me all day. Is he swinging the ball? What kind of pace has he got? What's his variations? Kevin in Uganda, you've got an absolute gun. The Nepal... This is going to be a cracker, Hoggy. You spoke to both of the captains. What was the vibe down there at the top?
Both captains were a little nervous, but just looking at that ball from Patesh, he's looking for the Yorker. It was a little wide, well executed, but the batting from Werakote was even more sublime, just guiding it through that backward point region. And that's smart batting. We haven't seen too much of that type of shot throughout the tournament, but it provides good value.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot. Werakote, that is a cracker. I'm thinking Sri Lanka left-handers. I'm thinking Kumar Sangakkara with just dropping that back knee. Here we go. This is against Australia. A huge moment for Nepal, beating the might of Australia. A little bit of a Shikhar Dhawan celebration. Cleaning up Dan Christian. That was the wicket that turned the game. And then full, straight, just what you want in T20 cricket. You want a left armer to swing it back. He's got the skills, and they are impressive numbers.
Good bowling. He's attempted 2 Yorkers, and Werakote has been good enough to get it through that offside region. They were decent balls, but he had to change it up, and he changed it up beautifully. Look at that change of length, also pace, and just getting a little bit of seam movement away as well.
Every game today on pitch 3, one batting first. I just can't understand, though, why teams keep bowling. Maybe we'll be proven wrong here. Toe of the bat, there is protection, but he's not going to get there. 16 off the first. Well, 2 strong sides. Sundeep Jora has been excellent with the bat, and actually captaincy has been superb for Nepal. Lahiru Manishanka, Dhananjaya Lakshan, very experienced players, but Bibek Yadav with his bustly seamers here, Hoggy. What can he do to upset the Sri Lankan openers?
Well, this wasn't too bad a ball. Looking for the Yorker again, Pratish. Just getting under it, Werakote. You're only slightly off that Yorker and you get punished.
Thick inner half of the blade, it will trickle away for a boundary in a strange kind of way, Hoggy. A 4 isn't that disappointing as a fielding side at the moment.
No, it's not. That was a good length, good change of pace as well, just slowing it up. A little inside edge with this quick outfield and short boundaries. And only 4 fielders in the outfield. There's not much the bowler can do.
Beautiful shot down the ground. Dabare, a lot of power, nearly took out his partner. This is quarter-final number 3, folks. Australia are through to the semi-finals. Pakistan are through. Now, the winner of this one will go to the semi-finals. Then UAE against Bangladesh, which is coming up very shortly. The winner of that will play the winner of this fixture tomorrow. So we're getting down to the business end of this magnificent tournament. 20th edition. Pakistan have won it 5 times. South Africa, they're not going to add to their tally. Australia have won it once in 2010. Dan Christian will be desperate to add another title to his lusty CV. Good work in the deep. So we're getting to the crux of the tournament now, Hoggy, and it's just starting to ramp up a bit, isn't it?
It is. And Nepal have been a very good team throughout this tournament, taking up some big scalps, England and Australia, to get here in the quarterfinals. But right now against Sri Lanka, they're under pressure. Not quite getting their field right. The fielding has been good. has been of high quality. But just getting the field placements. They're thinking Sri Lanka are going to play a little square, especially the left-handers, and they're getting punished straight.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the associate game, as you well know, Huggy. I follow it a lot, and I just really hope Nepal as a cricketing nation can keep delivering and keep improving as they are year on year. The self-belief is what you need when you come up against the so-called larger nations, and they can take a real cue from the rise of Afghanistan. Afghanistan now are one of the powerhouses of the world game. White ball cricket especially had two brilliant World Cups in India and then in the Caribbean and the USA. And Nepal, if they can have a 5-6 years when they get exposed to high level of cricket and start getting that self-belief, they can make massive strides very quickly.
Dabari misses out. But you are right there, Niall. Really enjoying what I've seen here from Nepal, and there's a lot of Nepal fans that are in my hometown in Perth, West Australia. I know that a couple will be watching from Gino's restaurant down there in Fremantle. They'll be loving what they see. They're really passionate about it, and the understanding of the game is phenomenal.
Nice flick. It's a lovely bit of timing. It just shows you, Hoggy, it's not all about brute force. Lovely little leg side clip. The balance was spot on. As a former left-hander yourself, you'll enjoy that.
Yeah, anything full on the legs. Left-handers like the little clip on the leg side. And they do it so elegantly as well.
This is Gaming. With our free Windows downloadable software, you'll have access to a gaming application where you can play and earn rewards for your game.
Partnership with opener. That's going to be a wide. It must be rebowled. Has to be a wide, yeah, it is.
Don't mind that from Babek. Looking to change it up, looking to do something different, knowing that he's got a bouncer up his sleeve. Batsman's not sure whether he's going to go with that short one or still try and go full. Ryan Campbell mentioned it a lot earlier. Bowling the bouncer first ball of the over. You've already shown your cards to the batsman.
Oh, sixer. That is six of the finest. A lovely, clean swing of the blade. Riram Kode. 2 down, 39 without loss. Well, we're getting to the back end of day 2. This is the third quarter-final. Sri Lanka v Nepal, and then UAE. They've been excellent up against the Tigers from Bangladesh. Are you watching in Chattogram, in Khulna, Camilla, Dhaka, down in Gulshan, down the Gulshan Club they'll be watching. Gulshan 2, my favourite area, Dhaka. Hang out there, have some good coffee.
Well, just looking at the scorecard, 39 for no loss after 2 overs. Nepal fans, it's not because the bowlers haven't bowled badly. It's just because the Sri Lankan batsmen have been able to adapt to some good bowling and been able to find the 4s rather than the 6s, because there's not too many 6s been on offer. There's only been 2 6s this innings, 5 4s. That just shows you that the bowlers have been executing and hitting good areas.
Rashid replacing Pratish. So left armour out of the attack, right armour in.
What I was just saying, I know it sounds a little bit silly with that boundary going to the fence, but remember, there's only 4 fielders out in the ground. The team that hits the most 6s generally wins. So Nepal, at the moment, are winning with limiting the sixes, but fours are still finding the boundary.
I love the positivity. I love that, Hoggy. They're 43 without loss after 13 balls. Brilliant from the Australian here beside me. That's an excellent delivery. Good plans, field positioning, matching the ball, and the execution was spot on.
Well, out of all the games that I've watched, the first 2 overs and 2 balls are the most Yorkers I've ever seen in a game. They've been executed to near perfection.
Lovely sunny evening. Saturday sunshine. Ninth match of the day. Excellent entertainment all day today. Rashid gets pumped down the ground. Good fielding. Bibek swiftly moving around to his left. He's only 21. Fit as a fiddle.
But even that is just good bowling, not allowing the batsman to get under it. And good fielding as well.
Very useful in the field here, Nepal. Generally a good fielding outfit. All tournament they've fielded well. They've thrown their bodies around. Rashid just making sure that Bibek is exactly where he wants. Meticulous in his planning. Good bowling. This is superb bowling here. Just 7 off the first 4 deliveries of this over.
Well, it's great bowling. Bowling to his field. He's got 3 fielders on the offside and only 1 on the leg side. That one on the leg side's out mid-on. And some batsmen try and move across the crease to access that leg side. And that was even wide enough just to glide down to third man. But because the batsmen are looking for those sixes, it makes it an effective ball.
He's played for Nepal twice in T20Is. Rashid, 23 years of age, has some experience up his sleeve. Now then, just about enough. Good catch! Wonderful catch! He's part of our production. He's one of the main men. He should be out in the middle.
That's probably a ball that Rashid would like to have again. Just that length and that width. Murukade likes it there.
Niranjan, what a catch, you little ripper. Well, I tell you what, that's going to be another 6. It's not a bad over. It sounds a bit silly. It's gone for 19. He actually bowled it quite well. 58 without loss. Good partnership, 58 off 20. Left hand, right hand. Oh, lovely. Sun setting. Sun has set on a few teams.
These 6 balls from their strike bowler Pratesh are going to define the game.
Hit firmly. Can you get there? Yes, you can. Lokesh. What a wonderful grab. Charging around to his left. Gets 2 hands to it. And then does the Shikhar Dhawan celebration.
Beautiful fielding, beautiful bowling. Not allowing the batter to get under it. Dabari again hitting that Yorker length. And what a wonderful catch out in the deep by Lokesh. That is a match-winning catch, or could be a defining catch of the game. Dabari out for 18, Sri Lanka 58 for 1.
I'll tell you what, folks, we've just seen an absolute belting catch to get rid of Dabari. And Madishanka comes in. But I'll tell you, it was all about the catch. Lokesh, oh, you little ripper. Have a look at this. Your trump card back in with the ball. Oh, it's a cracker. And he did the old 5-5 celebration, the Kabaddi move. He could have been playing for the Yodas in the Kabaddi Premier League.
Well, Madishanka to the crease, also showing his dominance, showing his intent. But again, not a bad ball from Patesh, hitting that Yorker length.
Pulled away. Attempted bumper all the way for 6. Good strike. It wasn't the worst ball. It was a surprise short ball, but Madishanka was up for the challenge.
Had to try something after the Yorker went for 4 the ball before, so let's just test the nose and chin area. We might have to go somewhere else now.
Now then, top wicket takers this year. Pratish, 6 poles. Jishan Alam from Bangladesh with 4. Matthew Bose has been good, but 6 right on top, sitting pretty. Nepal. Pratish. Oh, very good, I tell you. It's that man again, isn't it? Lokesh again. Oh, Bibek this time, you ripper.
If you're watching from Nepal, you just have to be impressed with what we're seeing here. A quarter-final. They've beaten Australia, they've beaten England, who are 2 quality teams, and they're actually executing good deliveries against Sri Lanka.
High in the air. Bowler wants it himself. Converging, no! Difficult for the bowler. He took the responsibility. He called his teammates out of the way. He may have been better advised to let the fielder coming in take control of the scenario.
Well, your brother watching over in Uganda will be thinking, right, I've got to work on his fielding here. The difficult catch ball going away from him. The excitement, knowing that that could have been a defining catch.
I love the confidence that he wanted himself. Might have been easier for the fielder coming in. But it's a great over. A wicket and 13 off it. 4 done, he's gutted. 71 for 1. Well, the Tigers are in the house. Bangladesh. They're going to play the UAE very soon. It'll be the final quarter-final. 4 got a good side, you know. Very good bowling attack. Now Lokesh, who took that screamer of a catch, is going to bowl a little bit of finger spin around the wicket. It's a decent start too. 71 for 1. You'd think here, Brad Hogg, that Nepal are on top. Run rate just 17 and over.
Well, they have. They've been bowling exceptionally well. They've kept fighting. They haven't dropped their heads when Sri Lanka seem to be getting a little bit of momentum. Good fielding, great catch by Lokesh out in the deep. They've been creating the chances because of the good bowling.
Bowling over the wicket to the left-hander now. Clubbed. Protection in the deep. There's two men there, but he pierces the field.
Well, once that came out of the hand of Lakesh, I think he would have been thinking, I've just got away with that. That should have gone out into the car park, probably into the building next door.
Yeah, he was hoping his fielders were going to dive and catch it, but it was perfectly bisected in the deep. Toe of the bet. Rashid mops up. They've been good in the field. I know they put down a catch in the last over. Prateek off his own bowling, but generally their fielding has been absolutely dynamite. Diving on everything. Commitment to the cause. It just shows what it means to Nepal to try and get into that semi-final. Just losing his footing there. And whoever wins this will play the winner of Bangladesh against the UAE, so probably easier side of the draw. Now then, that's hit with ease. Good catch in the deep. You're famous.
Well, Lakesh bowled a short one earlier on in the over and it only went for 4. But when you do this to Madhushanka, you're going to get caught in the crowd.
Oh, it's bigger. That's better. Further. Madhushanka, 25 from just 7 balls, dealing in 6s.
Lakesh slightly losing the line and length under pressure. He's got to finish this over out. It's got to be no more than 4 off this last ball.
With lovely extension, lovely control into the hospitality, 95 for 1. .95 for 1. Plenty of 6s in the last over and a boundary. Just starting to put the heat on Nepal. Vida Kode, 44 off 13, playing well. Madhushanka, 31 from 8. Could do a 25 off this over here, Sri Lanka. Long way up in the air, flipped. That's going to go all the way as well. Into the tents. And it's a 50. 14 balls, 5 6s, 4 boundaries. Virat Kohli plays beautifully for Sri Lanka. 101 for 1 here. The boys from Colombo and Kandy.
Well, Nepal won't be too unhappy about this because it brings a new batsman to the crease for the final 4 or 5 balls of the innings. And that change could just change the momentum as well. A couple of tight balls here, all of a sudden you're keeping Sri Lanka under 120. Loose balls could go the journey. It's Samarakun that comes to the crease. Another left-handed Sri Lankan. They breed them over there on the little island.
Samarakun, left-hander around the wicket. That's going to be 4. All the way. Wow. it was flat. I thought it just skipped into the pickets, but no. 417 sixes.
Well, a lot of waste there. Wasted delivery. That was waist high, and it travelled waist high all the way to the fence. Good shot there. Good way to start your innings.
Tell you what, if you're a cameraman or somebody working around the venue, you've got to keep your eyes peeled. The ball's flying everywhere here. Yes, you need a helmet on. Maybe a pair of pads and a pair of gloves.
Don't forget the old box.
Next side, that's going to be a skip into the ropes for a boundary. Now then, is this just getting away from Nepal? 111 for 1.
Don't want to be any more than 130. Well, they can't get more than 130 unless there's a no ball or wide. They want to try and keep Sri Lanka under 120. Sri Lanka have got a very good bowling unit. And they'll be applying a lot of pressure on this Nepal batting lineup.
What a shot that is. Extraordinary shot. A little bit of a punch and a bit of a swivel off the back foot, and it travels a long, long way.
Looking for the Yorker. Good mindset, but the execution wasn't quite there from the bowler. And the baseballers out the back there won't be happy with that little missile coming into their arena.
Well, I reckon he got his hips into that shot. Oh, call his catch. Unless you're looking for that man in the white shirt again, you've got no chance. 28 off the over. This is potentially just pushing this game away from Nepal.
That went that high. It's just redirected the traffic, the air traffic that's coming in.
Joshi is 1 over, bowling the 6th over, has been carted. Bowled in. A little bit of respite at the end. Joshi picks up 1, but he's gone for 28 in the over. Sri Lanka have got a cracking score. 123 for 2. They've mustered in the third quarter final here at the 20th edition of the Hong Kong Sixes. Brilliant from the Sri Lankans. That's a cracking score. 123 for 2 posted in the first innings. Well, the Sri Lankan batting performance was exemplary. 123 for 2. They've mustered in their 6 overs. That is a very fine score. Virakode retired out for 50 off 14 at Brad Hogg. We really enjoyed calling this innings.
Well, he's up against a good bowling from Patesh. Those 2 Yorkers, he is able to put it away. Anything slightly off that Yorker length, he was able to find the 6s, but it was very difficult until later on in the innings to be able to get it over the rope because of the good bowling from Nepal. This is one of the better innings that I've seen against probably some of the best bowling I've seen in the tournament. Virakode, well done on your wonderful 50.
Pratish once again in the wickets. He's the leading wicket taker in the tournament. Joshi picked up 1, but he was expensive. It was difficult for the Nepal bowlers. It's the third quarter final. It's Sri Lanka versus Nepal, and Nepal are going to need 124 from 36 balls to make it to the semis. UAE versus Bangladesh is coming up very soon, and We had the toss a little bit a while ago. Let's go downstairs and see what happened.
Match number 20 then, and it is the fourth quarter-final. It is obviously Asif Khan of the UAE, it's Yasir Ali of Bangladesh. And of course, you've been here all day. Mr. Gandhi is the match referee. Right, pass the coin over to the UAE.
Heads.
Bangladesh have called a heads in quarter-final 4. It has come down a tail. You've won the toss. What are you going to do first and why?
I will bowl first. I will just take 100, inshallah, I will chase after that.
A good performance to get to here. Have you changed your team going into the quarter-final?
No, it's same team.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Just hold there, though. I need you to hold there with me before you go. You lost the toss. You're going to have to bat first. A little stat for you before this game. 8 sides batting first. Win the game.
Oh, well, that's comforting stats for me. Let's hope for the best.
Again, you know, good performance by Bangladesh and an opportunity to go into a semi-final and take on the winners of this game between Sri Lanka and Nepal.
Yes, like we said, it's like you said, teams batting first won most of the match, so we would likely to cash on that.
Any change to your team?
Yeah, one changes.
Okay, good luck. So the news from the middle is the UAE. They've won the toss, having a bowl.
Why bowl first? You bat first, you win. Yasir Ali must be absolutely delighted. Oh, one change for Bangladesh with the big man there, Mohammad Saifuddin. He's been superb for the Tigers. But before quarter-final number 4, we've got the small matter of Sandeep, who's had a cracking tournament with mesmerising half-centuries. Can he do it again? And he's got his good pal Lokesh alongside him. Abhishek Junjunwala has joined us. This is going to be a cracking chase on a good surface. 2 really strong sides.
Yeah, first of all, it's very hard to understand and wrap my head around why everyone winning the toss in bowling. When the stats clearly says you bat first, you've got a better chance to win.
You're right there, Abhishek. I just think they're all nervous. If I do decide to bat and we lose, everyone's going to say, why did you bat first?
Now they're a little under edge. Was there a little under edge there? Didn't carry through to the keeper. Stayed a little bit low. Dhananjaya with the seamers.
But also in matches, it's a knockout game. You've got to try and bat first. That ball just keeping slightly low, the first delivery from Dhananjaya.
Right, normal service is resumed. 6 into the trees.
The Nepal bowlers were going full for the Yorker early on. But Dhananjaya, he's looking for that good length. The reason why he's looking for that good length, because last night against Bangladesh, he opened the bowling and he was getting a little bit of seam movement when the cloud cover started to take effect.
Gone! Cleans him up! He was looking for movement, Brad Hogg, and he got a little bit of movement back in. And that's a big blow for Nepal.
Well, that's a risky ball, considering that he went for 6 the ball before off that good length. But just seaming in, the cloud cover has come in, and all of a sudden the wicket is starting to play a few tricks. Lokesh has to go for 6. Nepal on the back foot early, 6 for 1.
Rashid is the new man. You know, he's got some work to do. Chasing a big total. The best chase of the tournament is 120. Pakistan v India. And again, shape again. What a great start this is. Bustling medium pace, angling, and just using his wrist position.
That wicket, crucial wicket. That's Hoggy was saying, just getting a bit of ball swing and a bit of movement off the pitch as well, which always makes it harder for the batter.
Down the ground, it's going to be another 6. A flat one again. We're seeing a lot of flat 6s. Quite interesting in Sri Lanka's fielders in the deep hockey, not that straight. Well, not Sri Lanka, they got wide. That would have been a simple catch.
That's good batting by Rashid, just looking at those gaps that Sri Lanka have presented. And all of a sudden, the sun's come back out. There's no movement with the ball.
I didn't realise we had a weather expert alongside us. First one done, 12 for 1. Well, it's the third quarter-final. Sri Lanka, you would say, in the box seat. UAE versus Bangladesh coming up soon. Big game. Huge game. Toe of the bat. Simple catch in the deep. And listen to the rapturous applause. They know that is the big fish. It's the captain. Gone for a duck.
That's the pressure you put yourself under when you're chasing, and we've got to go at 23 and over from the very first over. And hence it's so crucial that you bat first in pressure matches like these. But that's well bowled again, getting the execution right. Sudeep out for a duck. 12 for 1 Nepal. 12 for 2, correction.
Vivek Yadav is the new man. Sri Lanka have been so good. You're doing your preparation, you're doing your analysis, your team meeting, you know the captain's the big one. Sandeep Jara, you know he's the big wicket, he's in form. It's a good dismissal. Skills have been superb here for Sri Lanka. 13 for 2. First 1.3. Sri Lanka all over Nepal here. 6 dot balls already. There was only 3 in the Sri Lanka innings. Leg side, there's a man out in the deep. Does well. Got the right man in the right position.
Yeah, they put themselves in a real pickle here, Nepal, by losing those 2 early big wickets as well. Batters in form. For Sri Lanka, they've been in terrific form throughout this competition. Played some wonderful cricket.
Flipped. Leg side, no power, but enough placement. The mood in the crowd's just gone a little bit silent because the Nepalese fans are just feeling they're behind the 8 ball a bit.
Well, it just shows that if you bat first, you've got a big chance of winning. Tomorrow, captains, are you going to get off this groupthink bandwagon? And when you win the toss, decide to bat first instead of bowl first?
I think you're absolutely right regarding the captains choosing to bowl first. They're just a bit worried about losing. And that's another one gone. Exceptional delivery. Pace off, perfect length. The ball came in after pitching. Vivek had no answer to that delivery. Great execution from Samarakun again.
Yeah, attacking the stumps, rolling the fingers over the ball, learning from the experience they gained when they batted first, and Nepal are in a whole heap of trouble. Vivek gone for 5 and Nepal are 18 for 3. Sri Lankan fans are very happy. A wonderful part of the world, Sri Lanka. Beautiful people. Always a great place to go on holiday and on a cricket tour, Sri Lanka. Now then, Narayan Joshi, who got Carter for 28 in the 6th over. He's out there because Bibek was cleaned up. Totally outfoxed. Samarakul. It's going to be a wide. Dhananjaya having a 2nd over. Don't mind that, Brad Hogg.
When you've got the opposition on the back foot, the bowler that you're going to use 2 overs with, your best bowler, you go to straight away. Try and get that extra wicket and really put the final nail in the coffin.
Protection in the deep. Is Sri Lanka a place you like to go, Hoggy, on tour with Australia?
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. The Fort City, there was a little bit of surf down there, goal. Loved going down there. Loved going into the middle of the city, country as well. Kandy was beautiful. And really enjoyed the company of the Colombians. Colombo's the capital city. Surely you would have got that joke as an Irishman.
That was lost on me. Did you not see my perplexed eyes?
No, there was one day we were travelling on a bus from Kandy back to Colombo and the skipper goes, "How are you enjoying Sri Lanka?" This was the first 2. And I said, "I'm loving it. I can't wait to get back to those Colombians."
Who was the skipper, Tugger?
That was actually Ricky Ponting. Yes.
How did Ricky take
that?
No,
sorry, it was Steve Waugh. Steve Waugh, yes, back in '96.
I've actually read that book because Steve Waugh did a tour diary and I bought all Steve Waugh's tour diaries because he's my hero, Steve Waugh. So I actually read that book. I don't remember him mentioning that wonderful joke though.
Yeah, Steve likes to write a lot of common sense.
I was on a flight recently and I watched the documentary Steve Waugh did. I thought it was absolutely mesmerising. Travelling around India, taking pictures. It was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Gave me a totally different optic on India, away from cricket. Really did enjoy it.
You must have travelled India a lot. And that's gone. Not gone to India. It's gone to out of the park.
Nice strike. Really good hit. I must say, Abby, what I will say about my love for India, and I love every country I went to on tour. I like to go to places that took me out of my comfort zone. So go where the locals go, get away from I suppose, where cricket takes you, the hotels. Get out of there, get on the streets and have some street food and meet some local people.
I always known you as an explorer. We travelled a bit together as well.
But I tell you what I do love about Sri Lanka, I love Unawatuna, which is a really chic place on the coast where you just chill. I'm quite an, excitable human being, as you well know. So sometimes, just to take me down a level or 2 and just hang in Unawatuna. What I love about this over, there's so many wides, we can keep talking about travel.
I was just thinking, I'm just worried about the other people that were there trying to chill, and they actually do chill. The energy that you bring. I thought I was energetic, but you take it to a new level. Well, 10 ball over could be happening here.
Good hit. That's a lovely, clean swing of the blade, and they needed that, Nepal.
And they still got hope. They need some huge overs. 4s aren't going to do it. They need at least 2 to 3 sixes every over required, with nearly touching 26 now.
Well, Dhananjaya thinks he's bowling that well. He's trying to bowl a few extra balls as well.
Interesting spell, really. First over was so good, but actually now his figures 1 for 36. 24 off this over, so tale of 2 sets of 6. Back of the hand, slow ball, 30 off the over. Nepal will not go away without a fight. 3 overs done, 48 for 3. Third quarterfinal, Sri Lanka versus Nepal here, and then we've got UAE against Bangladesh. The Tigers hoping to get to the semi-finals. Bangladesh, they love a game late in the day. They played the last game yesterday against Sri Lanka, I believe.
I don't know whether they love the later game because they got absolutely pounced by Sri Lanka last night in that later game. They'll be a little concerned.
Ratnayaka takes the wicket. Ratnayaka, the left-arm finger spinner, with an economical run-up, gets one through bat and pad and takes the leg stump.
That's the way to do it. You've got to attack the stumps. If you're going to bowl length, as a bowler, you've got to give yourself the best chance. If the batter hit and misses, you hit. And that's exactly what Ratnayaka did on that occasion. Joshi out for 13, 48 for 4.
Pratish is in earlier than he would have liked, truth be told. 48 for 4 Nepal. Left arm finger spin, Ratnayaka into the attack. Just look, such an economical action. No real effort through the crease, just hitting that line of length. Gone! 2 and 2. That's how you do it. That's how you bowl. Left arm finger spin. Scenes here for Sri Lanka.
Well, Pratesh playing across the line. First ball against the left arm off spin. They need to go after the bowling. But that wicket has caused Nepal to be 48 for 5. They're in a lot of trouble.
Last man standing, Rashid. Ratnayaka on a hat-trick. Just do the same again. Up in the air. Gets plenty. Does Rashid.
A lot left for him to do. The required rate, 28 now. A lot of sixes required. From here, if they want to make any difference in this game, so far 7 sixes for them in their innings of 54.
6 more. 6 more. Ratnayaka. He could bowl left arm spin and right arm spin. These are his 2 poles, Brad Hogg.
Both players trying to play across the line. Those players taking their eye off the ball, paying the price. The fans out there strapping because rest.
Sometimes it could work in your favor as a batter if you're the last man standing, because you don't have to retire after 50. You can carry on going, and if he gets in the mood and the required rate come down a little bit, those 3 sixes is really giving them some hope.
The other thing is you don't have to worry about taking the single last ball with a non-batter out the other end.
Now the change of angle, I just wonder. No change of action though. Here's a change of action. Here's a change of action. That was right arm. I just mentioned. He bowls both left and right. Same result, another 6. 72 for 5. course, they will be batting first in the fourth quarter-final up against the UAE. I don't think that's a bad result for Yasser Ali and his team. Rashid is the last man standing. He's 44 off 12. 9 sixes will do it.
That's what he must be thinking. You've got to break it down in terms of sixes you need, and 9 of them not going to be easy, but mathematically still there.
Zahur Khan just going through his warm-ups. Hoyt leg side, that'll be a 4. I tell you, you just never know.
The thing that I like about Rashid here, he knows that he's got to go big. He knows that he's got to go hard. That first ball, it wasn't there to hit, but he didn't try and make something out of something that wasn't there. And just that one, he's just timed it for a boundary, just keeping enough pressure on the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Deep in his crease, sitting deep. Look how deep he is in his crease, Abhishek. His back foot is nearly standing on the stumps.
It's the option you take because you also expect a lot of fuller deliveries, a lot of Yorker length. But that was really smartly bowled, taking pace off. Again, the length is crucial when you bowl that pace-off delivery.
Slow ball, very good off-cutter, Madhishankar. Really good bowling. I was running once for one of my teammates at the Oval. I'd been dismissed by Gareth Batty in a 40-over game, and I had to run for Stephen Peters, who'd torn his cap, and I got run out.
No surprise there.
6. 50. Rashid is keeping the boys from Kathmandu in the hunt.
Just 7 sixes needed, or 7 deliveries. You've seen that happen.
Lovely hit, lovely, lovely strike.
Enough pressure on the Sri Lankan bowlers.
Deep in his crease, sitting deep. Look how deep he is in his crease, Abhishek. His back foot is nearly standing on the stumps.
It's the option you take because you also expect a lot of fuller deliveries, a lot of Yorker length. But that was really soft. Again, the length is crucial when you bowl that pace-off delivery. Again, the length is crucial when you bowl that pace-off delivery.
Slow ball, very good off-cutter, Madhishankar. Slow ball, very good off-cutter, Madhishankar. Really good bowling. I was running once for one of my teammates at the Oval. I'd been dismissed by Gareth Batty in a 40-over game, and I had to run for Stephen Peters, who'd torn his cap, and I got run out.
No surprise there.
6. 50. Rashid is keeping the boys from Kathmandu in the hunt.
Just 7 sixes needed, or 7 deliveries. You've seen that happen.
Lovely hit, lovely, lovely strike. I guarantee it, they're watching in Nepal. They'll have big screens all over the major cities, and they'll be tuning in. 6 more. Oh no, that's it. Sri Lanka are through into the semi-finals. I thought it was out of the screws. It went high, but not far enough. And look what it means for Sri Lanka and their loyal fans. Winning by 40 runs here in the quarter-final, breaking Nepalese hearts. Sri Lanka winning by 40. The start was too disappointing. Rashid with 55 was the lone hope. Dhananjaya picked one. Samarakun picked up two. Ratnayaka with his left arm spin got 2 wickets, was on a hat-trick. All in all, a comprehensive win for Sri Lanka. This is the moment. Rashid low on the blade, high, but not handsome. Safely caught. Sri Lanka progress to the semi-finals. Their fans are happy. Players are ecstatic. Who will they face? That is the question. Brilliant by the boys in blue. Sri Lanka through. Nepal out. Oh, the action will come thick and fast as we approach the fourth quarter-final. But this is the summary of Sri Lanka versus Nepal. 123 for 2, an excellent score. Satish was good, picked up a wicket. Nepal 83, all out. Sri Lanka winning by 40.